Best of Stern with the last ever in-studio appearance by Howard's old friend, Richard Simmons, on the Best of Stern.
Richard Simmons is over there kissing Robin's neck. She's not even reacting. It's good. Don't react, Robin. Let him sit over there the whole time.
Good.
Yeah.
He's quiet.
I think Richard's losing his hair.
You think?
Yeah.
He can't hear you, so you can say anything you want.
It looks like it's thinning out. As I'm looking
What's
here.
he saying? What is he saying?
Nothing.
No, what did he say?
He says he thinks you're losing your hair.
Here, I'll talk like him. It'll drive him crazy, Robin. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Watch this.
Get ready, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
My achy, breaky heart. Can we hear that?
Oh, get out of here.
Heard the
You know
new
what?
achy,
Why don't you just
breaky
leave?
dance. Come on and do it with me.
He knows the achy
Come on,
breaky
two
dance.
steps to the side, and then one step back, 2 steps to the side, 1 step back, and then a turn. Come on, Howard. Let's do it. Come on.
Get out of here.
Let's do
Hey, get away from me. I'm really not in the mood. Get out of here. Walk over there and sit down. I'll interview you. If you don't want to be interviewed, just leave. I'm serious. If you don't
Why
want
are you in such a horrible mood? You were horrible to Gary this morning. You just were horrible to him.
Because he's a mutant. Sit down before I start yelling at you.
How are you, Richard?
I'll throw you right out of here. I'm in no mood for anybody
Why are you
today.
in such a bad mood? You're in a lot of markets. People love you.
I got
You
no
did a new
sleep last
video.
night.
Your wife is pregnant.
My wife's
you have
pregnant.
friends. And I brought you fruit. Why should you be in a bad mood?
Fruit? Oh, you brought fruit?
Fresh,
What kind of fruit did you bring, Richard?
fresh peaches and apples and oranges and bananas.
You know, why don't you take a seat, because nobody can see what you're doing.
Howard,
And
if you're going to start...
I'm going to talk like this today. If you're going to start talking...
Gary, if you're going to go from Gary, and Gary being Joan of Arc, and if you're going to go to me, then, then throw
All right,
me out.
why? Did you
Then
think I was
throw me
wrong
out.
about Gary?
Yes,
What was
very
wrong about that?
I thought you were terrible.
Do you have a personal assistant?
Yes, I do. You know
Does your personal
Elijah.
Yes, Elijah, right? Does your personal assistant do anything for you, or does he sit around and stare at you?
This man idolizes you. This man works night and day so that you can become a big success. This man sacrifices time with his wife,
No, he
time with
doesn't.
his family,
Oh,
time with
come
his
on.
friends to be
I'm so sick and
there
tired of
for
this.
you.
Where's the bagels, you cheap bastard? Where are they?
Is that what Jackie said?
Yeah. So Jackie gave me a look like, hey, where's the bagels?
He usually brings bagels.
No
What?
one came to pick me up, so I had to walk here.
Good.
So I didn't even know where to buy the bagels. But I did bring bananas. Look at this peach. Feel
do you
this
have
peach.
do you
Feel this.
Great.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Richard Simmons.
How about, hey, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Didn't return your phone calls because I've been busy on my video.
down.
Hey, nice to see you.
Calm down. Calm down.
Well, at least he gets phone calls.
Yeah. Are you jealous that Richard calls me and doesn't call you?
I'm deciding I'm jealous.
As a matter of fact, Robin, you're
Never
lucky
call me
because
Robin.
you're lucky because now, Richard, whenever you feel like calling me, just call Robin. Okay?
I don't like your mood today. I don't like it at all. Not
Yeah,
at
Robin,
all.
you can get all my calls now.
Gary, would you like an apple or a fresh orange or a banana?
Well, you'll be begging me to take those calls back. Richard, tell us what's on your mind quickly because I have limited time for you today.
What are you up to?
What are you up to?
I could just walk right out the door.
If you choose,
If
you
that's
can.
what you want to
If
do.
that's what you want to do,
If you
go
want to
ahead.
treat everyone today like garbage.
You won't walk out the door because you need plugs for something.
I'm not plugging anything.
Or you just need the attention from me. You know that. You know you need to keep your name in the limelight. You're not walking anywhere. I could sit here and make fun of you for an hour and you wouldn't walk out.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
right.
oh, really?
You would never walk
Oh, really?
out. Right. I know you.
This lady wrote me a letter about you.
You have too much of a heart-on for this show to leave. Tell me something. What did you wear to Gary's house for dinner? I'm curious.
Now stop, Howard.
No, you stop.
You call this woman called. this Maria called.
I asked you, what did you wear to Gary's?
I wore a strapless.
Did you wear short shorts, Gary?
I think so. I think he wore shorts.
All right, let me take a break, and then we'll be
No,
back.
wait a minute. I got to say this. You were
And
so
then we'll
awful
hear-
to this woman. You're going to
Excuse me.
call her and apologize. You made fun of her.
I said quiet.
Stop that, Howard.
Stop it. You
Stop it.
No, you stop,
Stop
it.
it.
You stop,
Stop
it.
it.
Stop
Stop.
it. Stop.
Stop.
Don't laugh. What do you do? Do you what is your favorite sex thing to do?
Eat.
Oh, do you like to be tied up?
Howard.
Have you ever been tied up?
Never. Have you? Have you ever been tied up?
No, I've not.
Okay, what
have you
happened
ever
if-
tied anyone? I've tied someone up.
You have not.
Oh, I have. I
Have you
tied my
ti-
wife up.
You didn't. Get
I
Allison
certainly
on
did.
the phone.
No.
Get her on the phone.
No.
You never tied Allison.
I tied her up. Robin, didn't I?
Yeah, he used his ties.
I used my neckties. I tied her up.
You did not. I don't
Sure
believe
I did.
Allison would get tied up.
Sure she would. She didn't like it, but she did it. And only
I want to
happened
talk
once.
about this woman that you upset.
All right, what is it you want to say to us? Talk more masculine. Talk slowly and more masculine.
And clear your mouth.
Yeah, and clear your mouth and stop eating. You love it.
Howard,
Yes.
say you love me.
I do love you.
Well, then treat me nice.
I'm treating you nice, but don't whine.
I'm not.
All right, I'll...
Matter of fact, you know what we should do? Instead of you just ripping me apart and making me
I'm
feel
not
like
ripping you apart.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
just keeping you in line as a guest.
I think we should open the phone
You're boring if I don't keep you in line. You
Let's-
chatter on about losing weight. Nobody cares.
Oh, nobody cares.
I make you interesting.
Oh, nobody cares.
The reason
Oh,
you like coming
make
on this
me
show is I
interesting.
make you interesting.
Oh, nobody cares.
That's
Is that
right.
correct?
That's
Fine.
right. Nobody cares.
Let's.
Hello? Hello?
It's ringing, Howard.
Oh.
It's ringing.
And you know what? We should talk to some people on the phone.
Shh, stop yapping. I want to hear this woman.
Let's talk
Maria?
Maria, it's Howard Stern Show. Come on the air with us. Richard Simmons is here.
Maria?
Hello, Maria? Maria? Hello?
Hi.
Maria?
Maria, you want to come on? Maria, do you want... What? Do you want to come on?
Maria, it's Richard Simmons.
Hi.
Is this Maria?
Yes, it is.
Do you want to come on the air?
No, I don't think
No? All
wait,
right,
wait,
goodbye.
wait, no. Oh, Howard.
If she
oh,
says no...
want to come on
well,
the
she
air.
was nervous about it. Oh,
That's
my
it. I'm ripping up her
God.
phone number. You don't no longer
give
have
me
it.
Oh, my God. Don't rip that up.
I'm ripping it up.
Don't rip it up. That's someone's life. Give me the card.
It's someone's life.
Give me the card.
No.
I can't believe you this morning. First, you rip up
She didn't
that-
want to come on the air. What am I going to
She
do,
was
beg her?
nervous. Let's try it again.
No. I'm
You
not
need
interested.
to tell her to get some backbone.
Right.
Oh, Howard.
She won't even stay on the phone for her deal with me.
She was nervous.
Well, then who cares? Then who cares?
She doesn't want to talk to us on the air.
She doesn't want to talk to us, Richard.
Give me the card, Howard. Give me the card.
No. It's not my card. I own this card.
Give me the card.
No. It's my card. She's not getting any help from you.
Yes, she is. Give me
I'm
the
putting
card.
it down my pants, right by my genitals.
Oh, my God.
If you
don't
want
put
this
that
card, you come and get it, boy. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Here it is. Here it is.
There was an invitation he couldn't resist.
Yeah. Boy, did he jump up fast.
Try it one more time, please.
No, I don't beg people to come on the air.
I'm not
I respect their
begging.
wishes.
Are you my friend?
Why do you badger people?
I'm not badgering.
The woman doesn't want to come on the air. Now stop it already. Sit down and I'll interview you and we'll get this over with. Now come on. Get with it. You got to keep him in line.
Give Maria one more chance, please.
Go give it to Gary and you tell her to come on the air. You go give it to Gary. I'm going to take a break.
We can't take a break if Gary's out of the room.
Oh, he's some help. Every minute, he wants me to call these heavy people. They're not interested in coming on. What do I care?
I mean, all of a sudden we're going to turn... We have to talk to them the same way we talk to everyone else.
Right. I mean, I'm supposed to turn into what? Oh, a concerned citizen? I don't believe that weight loss is a handicap.
A strong relationship with food.
Yeah, I happen to disagree. And don't badger me.
Take a break. And then...
Do I badger you to get married? No. Don't badger me.
The driver brought some bagels.
Very good. Now, Richard, you
Are
can't...
we on a commercial now?
Yeah, we're in a commercial.
Oh.
How's it going?
It's going fine, but I wanted him to call Maria back, and I want to talk to her. We
Well-
need to help her. She was a little scared. You upset her the
that's,
first time.
well, listen, that's fine with me. Gary will call her back.
Okay. Would you like a bagel? Robin, would you like a bagel?
Richard's picking his ass.
I don't have such a
Don't
strong
take the bagel.
relationship with food. I have to
Don't
have
take
a
the bagel from him.
Can I-
pass on the spread on that bagel?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Hey, let me smell your fingers.
Stop it, Howard. I can't stand that today. Stop it. Did you call Maria?
Who were you with last night?
I can't.
Gary.
Who were you with last night?
Gary and Maria.
After Gary, who were you with? Let me smell your fingers. Let me see if I can tell.
Stop, Howard.
How many of those bagels are you going to eat this morning?
I'm eating the first top of the bagel.
You have a strong relationship with food.
I do have a strong relationship.
All right, we're going to take a break.
You are so horrible,
I'll be
Howard.
back.
I don't know why you're horrible. Why?
We'll be back right after these words. Your belly hangs like your nuts.
Whoa.
All right, come on, I'm kidding with you. Richard, come on, I got a lot to
That's
interview
it.
you about. No, you're not leaving.
Oh, you
Richard.
really did it this
No, come on,
time.
come on. Come on. No, don't let him out, Jackie. Close the
No,
door.
it's better this
Jackie,
way.
he'll
It's
hurt
better
you.
this
No,
way.
it isn't.
You've just picked on me too much.
No, I'm going to say something nice. I have something nice to say about you.
Where's
Come
he
here.
going?
I can't.
You're not going anywhere.
I am.
No, you're not.
Let
Don't
me
let him out, Rick.
Let me
Jackie, don't
out.
let him out.
Let me out. You don't let me. You
Sit
have
down.
picked on me from the moment
Oh,
I got
dear,
in.
he's gonna
All
sit
you
down.
do is just
Sit
say
down.
terrible things. All you do is
Sit down. Talk to Maria. You're going to abandon Maria? Do it for Maria.
Don't do this to Maria.
Do it for Maria. Don't let him
Don't
out.
do this to Maria.
Anymore.
No.
Don't do this to Maria, Richard.
Talk to Maria. Out of this door.
Talk to Maria.
I'm
I'm going to say something nice.
We can't let you go
Come here. I'm just trying to make you interesting. You're boring otherwise.
down.
Come here. Come here, Richard. I have something nice to say about you.
Enjoy your crocodile tears.
Come on. We want to watch you cry. Don't let him out. Don't let him out.
Jackie,
Jackie.
keep him.
Don't let him out. Sit down. Sit down.
Talk to Maria. She'd be upset.
We're going to talk to Maria, and I'm going to be nice. Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Stop it.
Give me a cup.
You're being a baby.
All you do is make fun of everything about me. It's my weight. I mean, you never say... I don't understand why you do that.
Well, you
I don't
attack
do
my
that to
weight.
you.
Told me I go up and down in weight. I
You
just
do
said,
go up 10 or 15
I mentioned that
pounds.
you're kind of chubby right now. That's all. Jackie,
You are so mean. I can't take it
Didn't your
anymore.
weight go up a little?
I cannot take it anymore.
Be
Not at
honest
all.
with us, Richard.
all right, I made a
Not at
mistake.
all.
I made a
No,
mistake.
you just do it for a big laugh, and you just hurt my feelings too much.
All right, apologize.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Come on, spend another break with us, and then I'll let you go.
Come on, boy.
Come on. Porky.
Oh, Jackie!
Sit down. Don't be so sensitive. Stop being sensitive. Stop being sensitive. Now you're being sensitive. You're really mad, aren't you?
No.
No,
You're
he's
going to
not.
have to give him a hug.
Come give me a hug. Come here.
No,
Now, come over and
Howard,
give me a
you're
hug.
too mean. I think
You know what it is? The T-shirt
when
was
you were
tight on you. That's
when you
all.
were on one or
That was
two
a small
stations,
T-shirt.
you were nicer. All of a sudden now you're on more stations, and you're just getting meaner and meaner, and you
Come here
hurt
and
my
hug me.
feelings.
Come over here and hug me.
No, I'm not going to come over there and hug because you really hurt my feelings. You make fun of fat people,
All
and you
right.
even make fun of me.
All right, maybe, you know what?
Of Howard and Richard Simmons on the Best of Stern.
I think I'm very nice to you. I'm very respectful.
You do?
Yeah. Tell me one mean thing that I did. What did I do to you? What is it that you're complaining about? Tell us what mean thing I did to you today.
I just don't know why.
No, excuse me.
You know, when
no,
I'm
no.
at
Now
your house,
I've hit something.
at
You don't
your
even have an
house,
answer. What is the
you
mean
make
thing?
fun of me. You make
What
fun
did
of
I make
my
fun of?
voice. You make
No,
fun of my
I said
weight.
that you were
make fun of
effeminate.
my hair. You make fun of
I didn't
what
make fun of your
do.
hair. I said your
You
hair
make
looked
fun
thin.
of everything that I do. Why can't I just come in here and you try to be nice
You
to me
want to
one
be
time?
thin. I
Would
said
that
your hair
be
looked
so
thin.
hard?
What?
Would that be so hard? When I'm
I
sitting
said
at your
to be
house,
nice.
do you make fun of me?
No.
Do you put me down in front of your
No,
children?
of course not.
Do you put me down in front of your housekeeper,
No.
Allison? No. You're like a friend to me. But when I come here, you're so mean
I'm the
to me.
same way I am
no,
to my
you're
house.
Not. You're totally
wrong.
different.
Tell me one thing I said about you that was upsetting you. Nothing. I didn't say anything mean about you. What did I say that was mean? What, that you looked a little heavier? You said to me I looked heavier.
I did not say that you looked
You
heavy.
said my
but I'm
weight goes up
saying
and down.
That you, in the 5 years I've known you, you have lost and gained like we're all
so have
human
you.
beings.
So have you.
We're all human beings.
So why do you think that's an insult? I don't get insulted when you say that about me. How many visits do you think you've made to me on this show? Would you say 50?
Mm-hmm.
In 50 visits, why is it you never once came in here and said, boy, I banged the hell out of some babe last night? Why is that? Why is that? Why have you never said that?
But you've never said anything about sex.
Right. Burt Reynolds, you did his show? How bad was his toupee? What? What are you doing now?
where's he going?
Don't let him out.
That's it.
Why?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Does he wear a toupee?
He's a wonderful man.
Does he wear a
I don't
toupee?
know. I didn't walk up and look. He's a lovely man. I had a
Richard tells me how
wonderful time
bad the
with
guy's
show.
toupee
But
is.
there you go, trying to be negative again.
The man, what about on the lips? Let me ask you something. Did you ever kiss a man on the lips? What do you think?
What is wrong
Did
with
you
you
ever
today?
kiss a man on the lips? Answer the question, yes or no. Did you ever kiss a man?
Yes.
Yes. With your tongue?
Oh, my. Howard, stop.
Answer yes or no.
Howard,
Was it Gary?
Gary, if you're going to sit here and
Who
take
was
it, you
it?
can sit here and take it.
Take what? You're on the stand.
I went directly from the cruise to lose to tongue kissing.
All right, let's wrap this up. I can see you getting annoyed with me today, and you're in a bad mood.
I was
Shade.
targeting.
Jackie, don't let him out.
That's
I want to know about
fine.
evening shade. Jackie, don't let him out.
No, you don't need me anymore.
No.
You can always have
Sit
someone
down.
in here
No.
to make fun of.
I want to I want to interview you
ask
now.
me these bizarre questions. You make fun of me. You put me down, and you just have the best.
You think
time
he's
you
mad?
want.
Come on.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I think.
No, don't let him out. Don't let him out.
That's
Oh,
what
Richard.
told me because he's strong enough to push Jackie out of the way, and he didn't before.
I want to know about Evening Shade. He did the TV show Evening Shade.
I don't
want to
know
know
what set him off. You asked him something he didn't like.
Gary, go drag him in here. Seriously. Gary, I'm begging you. Jackie, go and drag him in. Physically drag the guy in.
Carry him.
Carry him in here. I want to know about it.
You know, your interviews are getting more like interrogations.
You know, I'm trying to interview the guy, and every minute he tells me he's insulted. Then I say, well, what are you insulted by so I can improve my interviewing technique? He won't tell me. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of all this.
Now there'll be 3 months of negotiations to get Richard back on the show.
That's an outrage. Hey, by the way, Dallas and Cleveland, I bet you're thrilled to hear Richard Simmons on the show. And Los
That
Angeles.
may have been the last time.
You might have heard
something historic.
By the time we're on in Chicago and Albany, they might never be back on
They'll
again.
never get Richard Simmons.
All right, he's got to come back on. I got to ask him about Evening Shade. He did the Burt Reynolds.
What's
Here he
happening?
comes.
What's
Here he
happening?
comes.
Oh, he grabbed his bag.
Good.
This is Girl Scouts.
What happened? Give me the bag.
We took his bag.
All right.
Gary, I can't
No.
believe you took my bag.
Now come here. I want to know
not
about.
my key
I want to
in
know
it.
about Evening Shade.
You know, Howard,
I want to know about Evening Shade.
I don't really think you love me.
What
I don't
was it-
really think that you
Was
are
your
my
goal
friend.
in doing Evening Shade to show all of America your testicles?
That's it. See, you brought me in for that. Now give me my
No.
bag.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now. Oh, wait a minute.
No, I want to interview you about Evening Shade. I want to interview you about it. What was
Give
it
it
like?
back, give it back to Howard.
What was it like working with Burt Reynolds?
Steal my bag so that I would have to do this over.
It was either that or be out on the street.
What was it like working with Burt Reynolds?
He was a kind, sincere, talented man
Right.
who helped me a lot on my script.
It was bad. What
Gary,
did I say?
you are in big trouble because of this. I promise you that.
Why, Gary? What did he do? Hey, Burt.
There you go.
No, why is it?
There you go. There you go, because I don't really sound like that.
All right, I'll change the topic. I'm gonna, every time you get insulted, I'm gonna change the topic. Let me think. Did you ever hold another man in a shower? Have you ever been in the shower with another man?
A Ken doll.
All right.
Can I have my bag back now?
Did you go nuts when you saw Lonnie Anderson's boobs?
She is so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Did you do anything to her?
Up close.
Did you get
I had never
did you get
really,
excited
I
when
had
you
never
saw her?
really seen Lonnie.
Did you get aroused when you saw Lonnie?
She is beautiful. She has the most beautiful skin.
I don't
And
think
the most-
I'm not attracted to her.
If you saw her up front, if you saw her in front of you, she is so gorgeous.
Really?
I was blown over.
And what about Burt? Does he look bald and old?
Burt looks wonderful.
He was going to say bald and old.
Burt looks.
Really? Burt?
Burt looks.
Does everyone kiss Burt's ass on the set?
Howard, give me the bag back.
No, why?
Because
I'm interviewing you.
40 overweight people and how they did it.
If you saw Lonnie Anderson nude, would it be exciting to you, or would it be like looking at a building? See?
Oh, Howard, why do you do this to
I
me?
say you love me.
No, why do you? No,
I
you know
love
what?
you.
Hug him before you
Maybe
go.
I should.
Hug me before you go, and you can
You
have
know
your
what?
bag.
Maybe I
Come
should
hug me.
just.
over here
let me
and
say
hug him.
something.
Come over here and hug me.
Maybe I should just see you at home.
No, I'm not going to see you at home. I want to see you on the air.
No, I think
Then I'll
maybe
see you
it's
at
best
home.
if you know I don't come back
Whatever
here
you
anymore.
want. I love having you on the show.
Okay, but-
We enjoy having you
But
on.
I think I'll just stay at your house.
Why
and
don't
be
you
with
come
your
over here and hug
family.
me? Come over here and hug me. I'll give you a bag. Come on. Come hug me. Come on.
Howard.
Hug me goodbye so I know we're friends. Come on.
No, I am your friend, Howard.
Right.
But I can't take this abuse
You know,
anymore.
all the people from Cleveland and Dallas are calling and saying, thank you, Howard, for bringing us Richard this morning. Enjoyed
No,
having you.
that's not true. It's just that why today more than ever?
I enjoyed the interview. Come here and give me a hug goodbye and let's say goodbye on the air civilly. You don't have to go storming out of the room like a baby.
I'm not
Come
going
here.
to storm up, but I'll just come to your house and be with your family.
Good.
I think that's the
That
best
would
thing to do.
That's good. Invite yourself over to my house. Come here. Come here. Hug me. I love you. You're a great guy.
Then why are you so hard on me all the time? Why do you ask me such bizarre
hard on.
questions? Why are you so
We
mean
ask
to me
everybody
sometimes?
bizarre
I'm
I
never
asked
questions.
mean to
you never listened to this show?
I am never.
You never
mean.
heard this show before?
I do not listen to the show. I only do
Really?
the show. No, I'm on the road.
Well, if you listen to the rest of the show, I behave this way every day. This is my behavior.
But why do you have to behave
been on
like
the
that
show,
with me?
and you've been on the show 100 times, and every time it's the same. Now stop it, and you know what to expect. And stop it already. You sound silly. You sound silly. Now cut it out. You sound silly already. That's a nice sweater, by the way.
Goodbye, Richard.
Oh, dear.
Come here.
He's a broken man.
He's cool. Richard Simmons, everybody loves him.
Oh.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
One of our interns, I understand, I've gotten word, got completely dolled up in like a schoolgirl outfit today because she heard Donald Trump was coming on, and she wants to be the one who gets to go in the green room and have him sign his release. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's that into Donald.
I wonder what she's thinking. Maybe if he sees her, she'll get a job.
What is the schoolgirl outfit? Is Donald into underage girls or something?
I don't know.
What's she trying to say here?
Hi, introduce yourself to the audience, please. Yeah, there's a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah, there it is.
Beautiful intern. Introduce yourself to everyone.
Hi, Howard. I'm Jennifer.
This is Jennifer. Jennifer, you're a college student, right?
Yes, a graduate student.
All right.
Graduate student.
Good.
And
I like
what?
that. And what are you graduating in?
Journalism.
Journalism. So what was your thought here? I mean, I know you're anxious to hand Mr. Trump his release. You've requested to do that, and I have no problem with that. You can. I mean, he likes a pretty girl. But the schoolgirl outfit, what are you thinking could happen if Trump sees you?
It's just cute.
What?
It's just cute.
No, I mean, what do you think? I mean, why
But
Trump?
you wore that specifically for him. You were thinking about meeting Mr. Trump today.
Who said that?
Oh, no?
Mm-mm.
Oh. I guess I thought you were requesting to meet Mr. Trump.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Request to,
Oh, so-
do his release.
Well, I can't hear you. What?
I did request to hand him his release.
Yes. Well, why?
Because I think he's brilliant.
Oh, so in other words, by handing him his release, maybe something will go on?
No.
Job?
That would be nice.
That would be nice. All right, I'm just trying to figure it out. That's all. Yes, Gary.
That's definitely a little bit sexier outfit than you usually wear. It does appear that, you got a little dressed up for the Donald.
Is that true?
Don't I always dress cute?
Cute, but this is a little sexy.
Oh, it's sexy.
You're always cute.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I thought there was some controversy. Not even controversy. I just thought there was a plan afoot. I have no problem with you, by the way.
She's got her man-trapping outfit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not criticizing. I just want to know what the plan is here. Maybe I can help you with it.
That's setting a trap right there.
That's definitely a trap.
Oh, yeah.
Where is the Donald? Is he here yet?
He's running a little late.
Oh, he's running late. Okay.
Oh, well, is that how he handles his business?
He's fired.
Yeah, okay, all right. No, it wasn't a criticism. It was just like I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like maybe you got a plan.
Yeah, there was some thought behind the outfit and everything.
Maybe you could include me in that plan.
Yeah, we encourage.
Yeah, she didn't dress like this for you.
We encourage these outfits.
Yeah.
In other words,
it's fine. The outfit's fine.
Outfit, Artie?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, you look good.
It's funny. Jennifer works here. She does her job. She's very quiet. She does a lot of copy and stuff all the time. And I love watching her walk down the halls and watching all the heads come out of the doors and people suddenly have business near her and that sort of thing.
Oh,
creating a bit of a scene, are you?
I'm quiet, though. I keep to myself here.
She's not trying to create
guys hitting on you here, or are they leaving you alone?
Not yet.
All right, that's
Some
good.
guy outside before I came in on the afternoon, but
everyone else is
so
leaving
far,
you alone.
everybody inside is being professional.
Yeah.
All right, thank you then.
Thank you.
All right, good luck with Donald Trump handing him his release form.
Thank you.
All right, let us know how it goes.
Okay.
All right, there she goes. Hard-working girl. Just trying to get along in the world.
Future winner of the interim beauty pageant.
Possibly.
I don't know.
She got a chance.
There's a lot of competition out
Yeah,
there.
no, it is. It's a big semester here.
Donald Trump is here.
Yeah.
Old friend of the show.
Big star.
Big star, big TV star. Reality television has spawned a whole new race of stars. You got Paris Hilton, Donald Trump, people whose everyday lives
The
are more
Survivor people. Yeah.
everyday lives are more interesting than really what any Hollywood writer could create.
That's what it seems.
Donald Trump has captured the public's imagination yet again. There he is, a real TV star, number one guy. There you go.
He's saying something, but we can't hear him.
Who can hear? Wait, get in front of the microphone so we hear what you're saying. It sounds important, though.
Everything he says must be important.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are
Good.
you?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Mr. Trump, I was very proud of you. I saw you on a lot of shows talking about the fact that the war in Iraq is going horribly wrong. A lot of people, especially in your position, a wealthy guy who could do very well with the Bush administration, you're speaking out because you care that people are dying over there, young people, and perhaps for nothing.
Well, it's a horror. I mean, the war is a total disaster. It seems to me to be almost worse than Vietnam. I mean, I happen to like the Bush policies on taxation. I really believe in them. And I not just because you pay less, the fact is you have more incentive to do things. And I think it's good. It puts people to work. But the war is a total catastrophe. And if anything brings him down, that's going to bring him down. That and perhaps you and the FCC.
By the way, did Mr. Trump meet our intern, and was he impressed?
Your intern is very pretty.
Yeah, she wants you. This fiancée of yours, Melania, she must be terrific in bed, because for her to hold on to you all these years, she's got to be doing something special. What's her secret?
Well, she is terrific in bed. Now, she wouldn't want me to say that, but she is. But
is it the amount of positions she knows, or is it the oral? What is it?
Well,
I mean, specifically.
She's just overall terrific. I think most important.
Let me ask you this, and with all due respect.
But is he going to get married? I mean, is she going to be the perennial fiancé?
Yeah, he's going to get married.
No. When are you getting married?
Well, sometime early next year, probably.
You set a date?
No, we haven't set a date.
Are you playing her, or are you really going to marry her?
No, I'm really good. I don't have the courage to play her.
But your prenup, is it going to be like Britney Spears? She gets $300,000 a year for every year that she's with you, or is it going to be less?
We're going to have a prenup. You have to have a prenup.
Have you started working on it
I've written
yet?
too many books, Robin, about prenups not to have one. I said
you have to. You have to.
No, I have men that are destroyed. I have friends that are very smart, killer people that people are afraid to even deal with them. And yet a wife, 5'2", 100 pounds, destroys them.
Me too. I know guys who I have known for years, and they get married and don't sign a prenup. They're afraid to ask their women for a prenup.
I was just reading in the paper that one of the Gottis is having problems with his wife. I said the only people who are not afraid of mobsters seems to be the wives.
Yeah, I mean,
Hot chick.
Why,
That's right. By the way, I've seen that many times.
Explain to me, you're a good judge of human character. Why is a man afraid to ask for a prenup? I mean, you will say to Melania, how do you do it?
Well, it's a very tough thing. Actually, doing business deals is sort of natural and easy as far as I'm concerned. Doing prenups is a whole different deal.
Because it's emotional.
You're in love with someone, you go up to her, you tell her how in love you are. In the case, Melania, I love you very much. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
Gorgeous.
And we're going to be together forever. But just in case it doesn't work out, would you please immediately sign this? So it's not it's an unattractive instrument.
But wait a second. If Melania says to you, all right, what do you propose? And you probably say, okay, talk to my accountant. He's got a proposal for you, right? You're not going to get into the nitty-gritty with her, are you?
I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty.
And do you tell her to get a lawyer?
You have to have a lawyer. If she doesn't have a lawyer, which of course is a disaster because all of a sudden she'll show up with this killer. But if she doesn't have a lawyer, it doesn't hold up.
So you sit down and you say, okay, Melania, we'll give you $300,000 a year for every year you're with me. If we should have kids, you get a bonus.
What do you pay for a kid?
What do you pay for a kid? Give me a ballpark.
I'll give them whatever they want.
Right. So, and then she comes back and says, not enough.
Right.
Is that a signal to head for the hills?
Well, it's two ways. There are women that won't sign prenup and they have good intentions. And there are women that won't sign prenups and they have bad intentions. Now, I know a woman who's totally in love with the guy. She refuses to sign. She said, our marriage is more than that. I honestly don't believe she's trying to rip him off.
Okay.
She just feels that it's a horrible thing. I don't think my mother,
Should the guy marry her, though?
My father, many, many years ago, he was 93 when he passed away. Many years ago, he had a 63-year marriage to a wonderful woman named my mother.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
And I heard that he asked her for a prenup. Can you believe this? This is like,
He did.
Yeah.
He was way ahead of his
It's
time.
like 70 years ago.
He asked her
the guy
for
was,
a prenup?
Well, he was great. He was ahead of his time. And he asked her for a prenup. And she threw him out of the house. She said, well, they actually didn't even throw him out of the house because they didn't live together in those days. In those days, you get married and then you move in together. But he actually asked her for a prenup and she would sign. She had good intentions.
So you haven't begun the negotiation with Melania yet?
I haven't actually begun that negotiation.
Right, but she's picked out her lawyer, and then that will begin.
No, she hasn't even picked out a lawyer. But
I admire this, because quite frankly, the marriage laws are somewhat archaic. A guy like you've built up wealth, you've worked hard. I see you hustle every day. Right. No reason, just because you fell in love and then out of love, you should have to give up all your money.
You don't want her to be destitute if you should leave. But
Sure you do.
Why not? Let her miss you.
I have a friend who's a total brutal killer. Okay?
Go ahead.
He just kills everyone. He's a very rich guy, and he's had a couple of horrible marriages.
Right.
So now he meets a new woman, and he tells me, Donald, this is the one. Now, his last one ripped him off for about 50.
Right.
50 million, not
50 big
the
ones.
one.
She was married to him for 2 years. She made him dinner every once in a while.
Right.
And then she
Oh,
gets
you're
$50 million.
kidding. $50 million?
Who is that guy? I want to meet him.
Let Robin meet him.
So now he calls me. He said, Donald, I've met the one. Of course, he's told me this now 4 times.
How stupid.
Yeah.
So I said, you're going to get a prenup, right? He said, Don, honestly, I don't need it. This is one. Now, here's a guy who's a genius businessman, but he's a
Barracuda.
schmuck.
What
He's a
happens to
schmuck
guys
with a-
at home?
Well,
So
what
what do you say
happened,
to
Robin,
him?
he married her 2 years ago. And about a week and a half ago, he told me, I said, how's she doing? That son of a bitch. Okay.
The guy probably thinks I'm late in a month.
It's over
Howard.
already.
It's over already.
So I said, by the way, tell me yes. Tell me you had a prenup. He said, I don't. I have to go through it again. So,
Oh, my God. Let's go back to you and Melania, though, for 1 second before we move on to The Apprentice. So you're going to get married, and this woman has captivated you. I mean, it's not easy because she is capturing your heart.
Yeah,
and
it's not easy.
you got a lot of options.
I have a lot of
she must be something really special because you had the pick of everybody.
A friend of mine said to me, I know a guy gets a lot of poontang, not as much as Mr. Trump, but a lot of poontang. And he says to me, I'm getting married. I go, what are you, crazy? He says, every morning I wake up, she's giving me oral. Now, I said, then I understand.
Yeah.
She might be the biggest pain in the ass, but I understand.
You know, the National Enquirer, Howard, did a story on me not so long ago that in the history of the world, nobody has gotten more beautiful women than I have, okay? Which is a great compliment.
Yes.
In fact, many years ago, I was on your show, and you were putting all of them up in posters, remember?
Yeah, I had a chart.
How was this one? How was that one?
And by the way, I'm sure I missed thousands.
You missed a lot of
I did.
Actually, some of the ones on the chart were not victims.
Understood.
But you missed quite a few, but that's okay. So that was a great compliment. So Melania must have something. And you know what it is? I believe in the woman behind the man and the man behind the woman, but I believe in the woman behind the man. I mean, I think women don't get enough.
I've never done it with the woman behind me, but go ahead.
If you think, take a look at Andre Agassi. He's with Brooke Shields.
Disaster.
Life is a mess, right?
He was the number one player in the world. He meets Brooke Shields, falls in love, marries her. He goes to 292 players. You know about that.
She ruined him.
I watched him play at the U.S. Open 3 years ago.
Brilliant? Yeah.
3 years ago, he got wiped out in the first round. He didn't even get a point. It was like terrible.
Right.
I said, isn't it sad he's gotten old?
Right.
All of a sudden, he meets Steffi Graf.
Now he's great.
He's the number one player in the world. I mean, he
Well,
goes,
would you want to stay home with Steffi Graf?
Well, you know,
He's
Steffi
probably
Graf,
motivated
No,
now.
Steffi Graf is a great girl, and she's one of the greatest.
She's not hot, though.
She's got one of the greatest bodies ever.
She's beautiful.
But what about the face?
Honestly, Robin.
Face. All right, body's a 10. What's the face?
Well, you never get to the face because the body's so.
You wouldn't go out with Steffi Graf. She's not hot enough for
Well,
you.
you know, it doesn't matter. The point is that he.
But you're avoiding the question about Melania.
Yes. Here's what happened.
Is it a sexual?
No,
did she
it's
put out like
everything.
never before?
Well, it's everything. It's not sexual. It's the friendship. It's
Is it the
sexual,
oral?
It's everything.
A guy's always loved it. Are you an oral
You know
guy?
what
I'm not a
happens?
big fan of that.
This show is always a disaster.
You're in a corner now.
Other than
Answer
he's
the question.
Listen, Robin. Other than the fact
Come on.
this guy's a friend of mine, this show's always a disaster.
Be straight with
The
me.
last time Howard said, everything gets really, like, I always get in trouble in this show. And I try and be as nice as I can. I try and avoid his crazy questions.
But you've always been open.
Let me tell you last time.
Yeah.
Howard said very clearly, does Melania have cellulite? Now, Melania is one of the greatest bodies I've ever seen.
I've
in all
seen it up
fairness.
close.
It's one of the greats.
Yeah.
Does she have? And I said, Melania doesn't even know what the word cellulite means. Now, I said that very
That's
clearly.
very
I
nice.
thought that was
Yeah,
wonderful.
just a throwaway.
One of the newspapers in New York did a whole big story on the fact that Melania doesn't know what cellulite is.
Like she's stupid or
Like
something.
she's a dummy,
Oh,
okay?
no.
And this is not a dummy. So I get killed. So almost no matter what you say on the show, when they analyze everything I've said today, I'm sure there are
Is
4 or 5 things
oral?
where I'm
Here,
dead.
let me word it a different way. Is oral sex important to you?
That was a high-pitched error.
Seriously, it's man to man, and I've had this discussion with many men.
No, it's not important to me. By the way,
not.
You had Kylie Bax on this show.
That's a piece of ass I could not
Yeah,
get.
that's right. And she was a friend of mine.
Did you do her? Be
It was
honest.
the, I don't want to tell you. It was
All right,
the
that's a
single.
yes.
Look, I think you destroyed her in the show when she said she liked the anal and the
Right.
this and the that.
You're not
and
into
this.
Did you
no,
do that
No,
with
I'm
her?
not into anal.
Oh.
No, I didn't do that with her.
You got Kylie back, you son of a
No,
gun.
I didn't say that.
I want
But she was a friend of mine, and she was a nice girl. And all of a sudden, I see her in the show talking about anal and this and
She
Marcus.
took a calculated risk. It was wrong.
It was on the other night,
That's
in
right.
fact. You played it. They
Yeah,
played
and
it
you don't
on
see
E!
her anymore, do you?
It ruined her.
No, it was like, I can't believe this.
She took one for the team. So
She gave you some really bad answers.
yes. Talk to me about what's going on now with The Apprentice. You now have 3 guys. You were the original, but you have 2 other guys, I should say, who are attempting to steal your thunder.
Mark
One of them
Cuban.
came in here the other day, Mark Cuban,
Right.
billionaire.
Right.
He's got a show on now that's very similar to The Apprentice.
Benefactor.
With no ratings.
With no ratings.
Right. Doing very badly.
And then you got this other guy coming out, the other billionaire.
Who's
Right.
that?
Richard Branson.
Richard
Who's
Branson.
actually a good guy. I think that show has a better shot. Here's
The
what
virgin
happens.
guy.
We have a show. Did you see the ratings this week?
Yes.
Yes.
What was it rated?
You were
Howard?
number 1.
We were the number 1 show.
Right.
And in fact, the New York Times did a front page story this Sunday that The Apprentice was not only number 1, it was number 1 since May. In other words, it's the number 1 show since May, the last Thursday.
Gary Bababooey, who's a big fan of your show, says that the 90-minute format too long. He loves it, but he'd rather see an hour. What do you think of that?
What they did is they opened to 90 minutes only for one reason, because it gets good ratings.
Right.
And it did phenomenally. And frankly, they would like to have it on for 2 hours. You know, on Saturday night, they put a 2-hour version on, and Saturday night is the biggest Saturday night that NBC has had in over a year.
So with
Don't
that
let
kind
them
of
do the
clout,
rerun.
with that kind of
Are you
clout,
going
with that
to-
kind of clout,
what?
you pressured NBC into paying you more money, did you not?
I did.
All right. So now you're getting what, $1 million an episode?
Much more than that. But let me tell you.
More than $1 million? Is that true?
Yes. Listen, Howard. Here's the
How is that, Donald?
Let me tell you.
Now,
why.
did you see?
Robin,
did
let me
you
tell
see?
you why.
But wait a
Robin,
second.
let me tell you the economics, and then you'll understand.
You're saying you're getting Schwimmer money?
I'm getting good money. But you know what? NBC, Jeff Zucker is so smart and so tough and so good that it's very hard to get money from him.
No. I'm saying $1 million to pay you $1 million.
That's
Not a lot of
much.
money if considering what they get in advertising.
They're going to make $1 billion.
But he didn't get $1 million. Go on and
Okay,
tell us.
let me explain. Let me explain what happened. I signed the first one. Everyone thought it would be off and, would do fine. It would maybe get a couple. And, then Trump goes back to building buildings in Manhattan and having a lot of fun.
And having a good life, yes.
And, it's good. It's fine. And they paid me peanuts.
Okay.
But the show went to number one.
Right.
And now they said, please, we beg you, let's do more. This is very, very good. So this was a little bit of a surprise. It opened strong. It opened at number 10. It went to 8 and 5 and 4.
Became very popular.
And 1. And the last show, the live show, was 41.5 million people watched. The Super Bowl beat it, okay? That was it.
Right.
So it was this monster show. So, people drop to their knees and they say, please, let's do more. So
you
we
said,
made
I want more money.
Now, here's what happened. I said, I'll do more. I read an article where the Friends people get $2 million an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Rob?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to Jeff Zucker and everybody at NBC, I'll do it, but I want Friends-type money.
Right. I think that's reasonable.
Right. And they said, well, maybe we can work something like that out. And they said, they get $2 million an episode. I said, no. There's 6 of them.
Right.
That get $2 million an episode.
There's one of you.
And there's one of me.
You want $12 million an episode.
Well, and then I said, so there's 6 of them, so that's 12, right?
Right.
I'm thinking like Howard thinks, because I hear he has one of the great contracts in history. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm rolling.
Then I said, they said, well, that's ridiculous. How dare you suggest that? Then I said, well, wait a minute. Let's go a little further. My ratings are higher than Friends now by a lot. And the other thing is it's an hour program. And Friends, as you know, is a half hour.
That's right.
And you know who told me that one? I have a golf pro who's mentally retarded. I mean, he's like really not a smart guy.
Right.
And I'm playing golf, and I'm thinking about what am I going to tell NBC. And this golf pro comes up to me, and he tells me, yeah, but your show's an hour, and Friends is a half hour. He's obviously a Friends watcher.
And there are 6 people they pay.
Right. So they pay 6 people $2 million apiece for a half-hour show. I'm one person. And I have an hour show, and I have higher ratings than they do.
And you don't even have to have writers.
So I said...
I'm saying I bet the production costs of your show are less.
What I told him, I said, so I should be paid $24 million an episode. I didn't get it.
You didn't get $24 million. You can see Donald Trump on The Apprentice tonight at 9 o'clock on NBC. Very controversial show. You fired a guy last week after the guy said, I give up my immunity.
I want to listen to this tape, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. How's that? Because I have some very definite thoughts about this. I saw the performance.
I think it was a performance. I'm sure he rehearsed and rehearsed.
All right, you ready? Here he is, Michael Jackson. I didn't do nothing. I didn't touch nobody.
I didn't hear you hit a tape machine.
Oh. Same thing, isn't it?
As you may already know, after my tour ended, I remain out of the country undergoing treatment for a dependency on...
You know, when you're sitting there denying having sex with little boys, you should try to talk like a man.
Yeah. As you know, because I'm saying to myself, what does he sound like? Sounds like a child molester.
Pain medication. This medication was initially prescribed to see the excruciating pain that I was suffering after recent reconstructive surgery on my scalp. There have been many disgusting statements made recently concerning allegations of improper conduct on my part.
Conduct. Well, in 1 minute you're sitting on top of the world, the next thing you're trying to defend yourself.
You're trying to get it off you.
Yeah. Why is everyone paying attention to me now? It was fine a year ago. Not now.
I was begging for this kind of publicity.
Now I'm looking for a little privacy.
I had to even go sit and talk to Oprah to get some attention.
Now I'm getting too much attention.
These statements about me are totally false. As I have maintained from the very beginning, I am hoping for a speedy end to this horrifying experience to which I have been subjected. I shall not in this statement respond to all of the false allegations being made against me, since my lawyers have advised me that this is not the proper forum in which to do that. I will say that I am particularly upset by the handling of this mass matter by the incredible, terrible mass media.
This mass matter. By the incredibly terrible mass media.
Yes.
How come the mass media was okay when they were kissing your ass?
Well, that's what always boggles my mind when these guys come forward and they're upset with the news media.
With this mass media.
this mess by this mass media.
Yeah, he kind of messed up. This mess. He covered it pretty good, though. This mess with the mass media. This massive country ours. Wait till you see our special New Year's Eve. The first 3 minutes is Michael Jackson.
I hope you left the makeup off your nose so it's brown.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The tip of his nose was brown.
Don't worry. It's completely authentic. In fact, you're going to be shocked when you see it.
Yeah?
I want the first time you see it should be New Year's Eve because you're going to be shocked. I want the expression on your face when you see it. I look exactly like Michael Jackson.
It's all of you to wait and hear the truth before you label or condemn me.
Like, when does that happen?
When are we going to hear the truth? What do you mean? You mean you're going to tell your angle and the kid's going to tell his? As soon as he makes it up.
Criminal, because I am innocent. I have been forced to submit to a dehumanizing and humiliating examination by the Santa Barbara County Sheriff Department and the Los Angeles Police Department earlier this week.
I like when he says, I am not a criminal. A criminal. Wait a second. A criminal. I'm not a criminal. Like, dude, with all your money.
Wait, don't condemn me.
Don't condemn
me.
I am not a criminal.
I ask all of you to wait and hear the truth before you label or condemn me. Don't treat me like a criminal, because I am innocent. I have been forced to submit to a dehumanizing and humiliating examination by the Santa Barbara County Sheriff Department and the Los Angeles Police Department earlier this week.
Duh. So what do you think was going to happen?
They served a search warrant on me, which allowed them to view and photograph my body, including my penis.
We didn't even know you had one, Michael.
How soon are we going to get those photos? Sounds like a party to me. They photographed my penis.
A search warrant on me, which allowed them to view and photograph my body, including my penis, my buttocks, my lower torso, thighs.
Yeah, that's usually where you find your penis and your buttocks and your lower torso.
No, they try to keep that out of it when they're looking at your penis.
There was a time to photograph my penis, my lower buttocks, my upper and outer buttocks.
And still they weren't through.
And any other error that they wanted.
Error?
They were supposedly looking for any discoloration, spotting, blotches, or other evidence of a skin color disorder called vitiligo, which I have previously spoken about. The warrant also directed me to cooperate in any examination of my body by their physician to determine the condition of my skin, including whether I have vitiligo or any other skin disorder.
It was terrible. They did a full gynecological exam on her.
On him.
Him, whatever.
The warrant further stated that I had no right to refuse the examination or photographs. And if I failed to cooperate with them, they would introduce that refusal at any trial as an indication of my guilt. It was the most humiliating ordeal of my life.
It's got to be when you're a big star and guys are photographing, just like cops are photographing your
Well,
penis.
you know they're all talking about it today in a bar.
Oh, it must be great. That's what's killing him. Yeah, he had a pretty good body. Yeah, we got some of the pictures. Boy, tell me every one of those cops at the body photo session isn't chomping at the bit to go to the tabloids.
My day with Michael.
My day with Michael, right. I was the cop who photographed him. Let me take a break. We'll finish this very exciting announcement. What I sort of like about this Michael Jackson thing is when he came on, the anchor guy goes, and now live from Neverland Ranch. Neverland.
Yeah, so you know you're going to get the truth.
Neverland.
You're coming from a fairy tale place.
It's good. You're denying child molestation, and you're like, live from Neverland.
Say no more.
Yeah, say no more. Guilty. Good night. Goodbye. Lock him up.
Check, please.
Why, it's Captain Hook.
Hey, matey. I didn't rape the boy.
The Lost Boys.
It was weird too. Like whoever shot it, were they trying to make it look like one of those guys who was in a POW camp? Like, I mean, it was like one camera, and it looked like it was like an empty room, and
yeah, it looked like he was already in jail. I know.
Yeah, I mean, didn't it? Didn't it look like he was talking to you from prison? I guess that was to look like the common man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be in some elaborate room somewhere.
Yeah, we don't want to be in some ornate palace.
And now live from the Neverland Ranch.
Here he is.
And why not Queersville?
Oh.
Live from Queersville. You know what I'm saying? I mean, change the name of that place.
Live from a strange place where anything can happen.
It's Michael Jackson. I'm not saying the guy's a queer. I'm not saying he's gay. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying he's odd.
But you know, when the perception of the public was that he was gay, a lot of people thought that because of the feminine voice and stuff. You don't have to call yourself Never Neverland.
Well, he hasn't thought this thing out completely anyway.
Camera work wasn't too good.
Did you see those lashes on him?
Yeah. Helen Stern doesn't wear. You'll see New Year's Eve when I'm a woman. My lashes. I got fake eyelashes. But man, I never saw eyelashes like that. I'm watching the camera work. I said, what is a 6-year-old working the camera? Did you see it? Kids. Yeah, one of the kids. Hey, move the camera over there. What's the matter with you? Don't you know how to work a camera? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of pressure. It was frightening, though. It really was.
Well, he certainly didn't do himself any favor with the way he looked yesterday. He only looked more bizarre.
Yeah, you know. He looked.
Maybe it's better you don't go before the public.
I was reading David Hinckley's column in the Daily News. He said, in Thriller, he was supposed to be like really scary and stuff. He said this was much scarier.
Yeah. Why do you use that other makeup?
One that no person should ever have to suffer. And even after experiencing the indignity of this search, the parties involved were still not satisfied and wanted to take even more pictures. It was a nightmare, a horrifying nightmare. But if this is what I have to endure to prove my innocence, my complete innocence.
How do you use eyelashes that long? Is those fake eyelashes?
Of course, they gotta be.
Wow. That's weird. I know of all the things
this is the oddest makeup. Obviously, he's had a makeup job.
Mm-hmm.
But what an odd makeup job to choose for this particular day.
He does look like a guy who's like trapped inside a mask of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
So be it. Throughout my life, I have only tried to help thousands upon thousands of children.
I've only tried to help.
I'm helping you.
To live happy lives. It brings tears to my eyes when I see any child who suffers. I am not guilty of these allegations, but if I am guilty of anything, it is of giving all that I have to give to help children all over the world. It is of loving children of all ages and races.
I don't know.
We're talking about loving children.
Is this a defense?
I love children.
I love them all over the world.
Don't take me away from the children of all places and races and all over the world. I love children. I love them so much. I like to travel with them.
I love them in the east. I love them in the west.
I love them bottom. I love them high up. I don't know, man. I don't know who constructed this whole thing. I love them.
God love
It is
them.
of gaining sheer joy from seeing children with their innocent and smiling faces. It is of enjoying through them the childhood that I missed myself.
That's getting a little old.
Yeah, enough already.
Yeah, with his childhood that he missed. I mean, come on.
Who
man.
did have a childhood?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, act like I'm having a picnic over here.
Childhood. I say growing up on stage ain't that bad.
No.
Being pandered
to. Look at what he's got for that childhood.
Right. You got a couple of million in the Never Neverland.
I'd sell him mine.
Yeah. What's this? I had no childhood. Oh, because he was a performer? He had a child. He got a damn good childhood.
That was his childhood.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to accept it.
I don't like that childhood. I like your childhood better.
And what's so normal about the childhood he's introducing these other children to? Just forget molestation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going into Toys R Us with the doors closed and you get to run around. Who has a childhood like that?
Please. I mean, nothing bad. I don't want to rob them of their childhood. I just want to make it better. Please. Words, please. Please.
If I am guilty of anything, it is of believing what God said about children. Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. In no way do I think that I am God.
What does that
mean?
But
I do try to...
Who knows? When people start quoting from the Bible, I tune out.
What the heck does that mean?
Well, I'll tell you. Let me think about it. I was in the priesthood for like 2 years, so if anyone can do this, I can.
Tell me.
Yeah. I was up there. They threw me out. I was making love to other guys.
all over the world. It is of loving children of all ages and races. It is of gaining sheer joy from seeing...
Oh, such joy.
Oh, ecstasy.
I have an ecstasy watching these children with their joy. I want to expand their little world. I want to give their parents some money.
So they won't have childhoods either.
Yeah.
Innocent and smiling faces. It is of enjoying through them the childhood that I missed myself. If I am guilty of anything, it is of believing what God said about children.
All right, here we go.
Suffer little children to come unto me, and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven.
Hold it. Shh. Shh. Give me some thinking music. Suffer little children, come unto me. What was after that?
Suffer the little children to come unto me.
Come after me. Come under me.
Come unto me.
I think it means I'll give you some chocolates if you kiss me. I'll take you to Toys R Us.
In no way do I think that I am God, but I do try to be God-like in my heart.
Oh.
I am...
Suffer the little children to come under... To just substitute Michael.
Suffer the little children to come under Michael.
Because to forbid them would be to deny them the kingdom of heaven.
Sounds like a NAMBLA meeting. Don't despair. Times will change. Oh.
Be proud to come to Neverland.
Totally innocent of any wrongdoing, and I know these terrible allegations will all be proven false. Again, to my friends and fans, thank you very much for all of your support. Together, we will see this through to the very end. I love you very much, and may God bless you all. I love you. Goodbye.
I'm surprised you didn't say and also, do I have some time left on the satellite? Also, LaToya, you suck. Surprised he didn't come down on her.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look good for Michael Jackson. My point is that that television has to...
Unfortunately, the sad thing is that all child molesters deny.
Well...
So
not only
if he is, he's right in there.
Well, I don't know. Not even child molesters, but everyone denies. President Clinton yesterday, I know you have tape coming up of him next. I'm anxious to hear it because
he wasn't even very good at his denial. He didn't practice.
And the point is, you should just say, look.
I did it.
I did it, and so who cares?
Sue me.
Yeah, I'm a man, and I have my weaknesses, and I'm the president, yes, but the president is a human being.
Have you seen the women throwing themselves at me?
Yeah, look at me.
Sometimes I have to catch.
So is there any chance Michael Jackson's innocent? Who knows? Look, that's for the court to decide, but it doesn't look good. And also, when you choose to go on TV to defend yourself, you must...
Well,
let me just say this.
Go ahead.
If you choose to go on TV and defend yourself, you have to know what you're doing. What was once innocent and charming in your videos isn't necessarily going to fly when you're sitting there one-on-one with the camera staring into it and professing innocence. It looked bizarre. He looked bizarre.
Well, to me or you,
yeah.
He would have to stop all that acting. Give me a real voice.
Yeah, right.
Stand up straight. Stop the sniveling.
Right. Show me that you really care. Say, listen, I've been talking like this.
This is my real voice.
Yeah, right. Well, not only... It's...
What was that?
Scott not setting up the harmonizer. I said, here's my real voice.
Hello. Yeah. Look, I didn't do anything with these guys. I'm a guy who dated Brooke Shields. I don't want to talk about it, all right?
And that is my last statement from Never Neverland.
I understand that reporters were saying yesterday that the search of his body went on Monday at the Neverland Ranch.
And it finished on Wednesday.
And they said he was a complete mess during the search. Apparently he lost it, was out of control, not able to cooperate.
Well, according to all these young boys, he has been nude. Even the ones that say he's innocent of any touching, he's been nude in front of them many, many times. So
you have a young boy saying he was nude?
Oh, yeah. There was wasn't there the kid who said, hey, look, Michael Jackson never laid a hand on me, but we shared a bed together?
He said he was fully dressed.
Oh, he was? He was in his jammies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
Or something.
Well, he was a gentleman.
Slept in his clothes.
Well, then I stand corrected. But next time you go on TV, don't look so weird with that whole look and the affect and the voice. Get in there and use
the hair, the lashes.
Get in there like a man and say,
look, I didn't do anything wrong. Now I'm going to go smoke a cigar and play some pool. I'll get the hell out of my house.
Now that you can respect, right? All right.
So if Mr. Jackson wants closure, let's start the trial sooner than later.
There's an interesting point.
Tough words.
In the black community, I think they would be saying, bring the noise.
That's it. Bring the noise. Well, good for you, Robin. Have you been on the street?
I've been studying black
What was that?
culture.
What'd you say? I didn't understand.
Bring the noise. That's bring on the action. That's a black terminology. All right, very good.
Jackie's shocked.
Jackie hasn't seen a black guy in years, except the guy buys his pot from. All right, here we go.
Mr. Feldman also says that this little boy can't hold a press conference.
I believe in trying this case in the court, and if Mr. Jackson's camp really believed in trying this case in court, they wouldn't have asked for a 6-year stay. Mr. Jackson has refused to answer any questions under oath on the basis that his constitutional rights would be protected, so they are not forthcoming. They are silent, and they just want sympathy.
Interesting.
Joke man?
How does anybody have the nerve to say, could we just not talk about this for 6 years?
Yeah, that is a wild.
If he loves children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's clear it up.
Let's let all my victims grow up first.
I have a good idea. Let's not do anything for 6 years. The kids will be older and wiser, and the statute of limitations.
And less likely to remember.
And who knows, I could get hit by a bus 6 years.
And I could make tons more money.
I have an idea. Let's pretend nothing happened.
That's why they call it Never Never Land.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's where you never make any sense.
And now Michael Jackson's attorney wants everyone to know that Michael made this statement on his own. He wrote it himself. He did bring it to his lawyers to ask him if everything in it was all right.
Right.
And they think he made a good appearance for himself yesterday.
He's back, he's strong, he's healthy, he's innocent, and he is going to vigorously and aggressively defend these charges and prevail.
And he's gonna make it after all.
He's back, he's strong. Who are we talking about?
I don't know. Pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a strange case, and I'm sure it'll last right into 1994.
Well, one thing's for sure, he didn't molest anyone during the whole press announcement. That we know.
We know. There are tons of witnesses.
Kept my pants on the whole time.
But did you see his hands the whole time?
No, I did not see his hands, so anything could have been going on.
Meanwhile, I understand that the Archdiocese of the state of New Mexico
is moving to Neverland.
They might as well.
It's a good place because you'll never land in jail if you're there.
You know, you say you wouldn't go to a female doctor, but look at this. 3/4 of female doctors surveyed in Canada say they've been sexually harassed by their patients.
Oh, when she's got your pants down and she's fondling you, it's kind of hard to keep your mind on business. Hey, Doc, eat me.
Oh, gee.
Let's be blunt.
They say alcohol and drugs may have something to do with this.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Usually the female doctors are treated as women and not physicians by many of their male patients.
Stop
it.
I've yet to see a doctor that turned me on, a female doctor. You don't see many good-looking female doctors, let's be honest.
Oh, they do happen, though.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, give me a name. I would be so embarrassed. Imagine oh, my God. I'd make her be naked with me.
Well, you don't have to show that at every examination, you know.
I know, I'm getting suspicious of my doctor. I go to get I always get my throat checked. The guy goes, pull on your pants. That's why I can't stand doctors. I got Captain Jenks on the phone. Let me do the Captain Jenks thing real quick. He called Mother Angelica.
Oh, our favorite person?
Yeah. He called them Jenks.
And now, the man who was called a schmuck by Jerry Lewis, Captain Jenks.
Morning, Howard.
Morning, Captain Jenks. Captain Jenks is the guy who started all the phony phone calls to these TV shows. So he what is my favorite show, the Mother Angelica show. I watch it all the time.
That's one of the few that I don't get, and I wish our cable system can.
Well, actually, I don't pick it up either here in Philly. I have Kevin retape it for me in New York when I call it.
Is that right? So you just find out when it's on and you call?
Yeah, well, they air it in rerun the next day, and I get to see my call after it's already happened, but not live.
Yeah, well, Captain Jenks drives her crazy, and she just sits in a chair. She's a big old lady.
Big fat old nun.
Yeah, she's just a real uptight nun. Has a
and
big.
She wears that full outfit, right?
She's got the full, Gidget. Whatever, Sally Field outfit.
Headdress.
With wings on it and everything. Like, she could take off if she wasn't so fat. She would have just tried to fly off a building. And she's real uptight. She's the reason that everyone hates being a Catholic. Oh. I mean, you go sitting there and listening to her drone on about how much she loves Mary.
Well, what's funny to me is every time Jenks calls her, she loses her religion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she uses the F word when he calls.
I think she really does get mad and she doesn't know how to handle it, so she just goes about and using, trying to use nice words instead of curse words.
She probably thinks that you are a test from God of her will.
Yeah, I don't know what. She just thinks that he's the devil, and he's just. Well, first of all, this time you call in as a woman, right?
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, I've used a female voice every time I called in.
Yeah, you're getting a little too good at that female voice.
No, actually, my voice is starting to crack now, so this doesn't sound as good as it used to.
Why don't you
experiencing puberty?
Yeah. Why don't we just play the call?
Okay, here it is.
All right.
We have another call. Hello? Mother Angelica, how are you? I'm fine. And where are you from? I'm calling from Skipback, Pennsylvania. And what is your question? I was wondering, would you let Howard Stern let your farts on? What? Why would you say something like that, huh? You know, it's always amazing to me that women can ask such foul questions on this program.
Women?
It's really amazing to me.
It's a guy.
And I think...
It's amazing to her.
I think you need to examine your conscience. You really need to examine your conscience. Jesus, we're in Lent now. And Jesus died for you.
Uh-oh.
You know that? Jesus died for you. And instead of being grateful that you have the opportunity for salvation, and
No
that
sense of humor.
the gates of heaven are open to you,
He's going to hell.
you take the beautiful soul that God gave you,
Oh, man.
and you keep piling garbage and mud and disfiguration on it.
A whole life of not getting laid.
A soul with that kind of mind and your kind of mouth cannot enter heaven. Light and darkness have nothing in common. Somewhere along the line in your family,
I love her.
you didn't have good examples. I'm not blaming you, but I hope and pray that you will be enlightened.
I doubt it.
Jesus will come upon you tonight.
Captain Jakes will not be enlightened.
Give you the kind of light you need to turn your life around.
All he said was, would you light Howard Stern's fart?
Or would you let him light yours?
Right.
We will pray for you. And everybody out there like you.
There's nobody like him.
The rest of the fans.
Yeah.
Whose mind has not been filled with God. We have another call. Hello? Hello, Mother. And where are you from? My name is Louise from Jersey City. What is your question? Mother, I pray that what I'm going to tell you now makes up for the horribleness of your last call. That's all right.
Oh, that's funny.
Mother, I'm hoping that last call will be erased from your memory. That horrible, horrible call by my call. I don't know. They have no sense of humor, these nuns, and that's why everyone can't stand being Catholic. I'm telling you, you cannot take it.
You say about people like that, if that's who I'm going to have to spend eternity with, I'd rather go to hell.
Like, why couldn't she say, we got some real wackos out there, and just go on to the next call?
Or isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And go on.
Well, when you call Mother Angelica, the screener always does a callback to you, so you have to give them your number so that they call you back. And I got a call back from a priest the second time, and he yelled at me.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He's like, why would you call this program? I said, it wasn't me. He says, yes, it wasn't. I said, no, it wasn't. Didn't you hear it had a female voice? He goes, how do you know it had a female voice?
Caught you.
Did he ask you for a date?
No.
No?
No. But I'm going to call him and try to pick him up next time.
Yeah, you should just call him and go, listen, I've called Mother Angelica a couple of times, and I just want to say you have a really sexy voice. I like talking to you better than Mother Angelica. You calm me more.
Oh, do you think they would take a... I don't suggest calls.
Right. We don't agree with it.
I'm asking Howard a question. Pretend you can't hear me, Captain Jenks. Do you think they would take a call from Captain Jenks if he called up and said, I'm that person who calls Mother Angelica and asks all those Howard Stern questions, and I have finally seen the light?
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, but you know what? I would say that I would offer a different question. and then ask that question.
No, I would say that. And then while she's, carrying on about how wonderful that is, and she wants to, I just want to apologize, and then say, but, I have this compulsion, and then just start blurting out.
I don't know, but no. They wouldn't put him through
really?
if he said that, but they, if he got on it, might be
I think they would. I'm going to try that. I'm just going to say, hey, like right in the middle of the call, I'll say, I lied, you dumb Catholic bitch.
Oh, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that.
No, I would say
you know what? Better yet, don't do anything.
I bought you a negligee, Mother.
Hello, Mother. I just want to say that, and I'm very serious when I say this, I've had sexual fantasies about you for a really long time, and I'd like to just go out with you and buy you a negligee.
I just wonder what's under that habit.
Yeah. Would you mind taking off your habit and removing that gown?
Whatever it is that's under there, it's old and Maddie. She's like 80 years old.
Yeah. Look, what do you wear underneath your what is that, a habit? I mean, what do you wear underneath that dress?
A bootsier.
A bootsier. A la bootsier?
I look at your saggies, Mother.
All right, Jenks, thanks.
Hey, Howard, I'm going to be making an appearance tonight. Can I plug this?
Sure.
I'm going to be at Irv's BYO, Gentlemen's Club, in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Gentlemen's Club. There's no gentleman there.
Yeah, well, it's a BYO. Oh, wait, this BYO, they take their clothes off, for real. All the girls take all their clothes off. It's not like that other place where LaToya was at the other night.
All right, Captain Jenks appearing at Irv's BYO. That's where you bring your own booze and girls walk around totally naked.
Yes, they do, Howard.
And what are you going to do?
What's that?
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to do prize giveaways and trivia and stuff, Howard Stern Show trivia and stuff like that.
Okay.
From my vast archives.
All righty, Captain Jenks.
Jersey City, New Jersey. Hello.
Why can't you stay married?
I don't know. We'll be back after these messages.
Why can't you stay married?
Great one.
I don't know. He doesn't know.
Jersey City, New Jersey.
Let me talk to you about Snapple. I'll do a commercial here, and then we'll take a short break and get back to the fun. What is this?
Snapple.
Snapple?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, I'm a long-time Snapple drinker. I love it all. They offer their daughters
of thousands
to Jesus.
of fascinated and festive eyes, according to this account in the Post. Penitents whipped themselves bloody.
Yeah, they love that.
And a few submitted to crucifixion.
Oh, Jesus.
Why do I keep saying chun? Crucifixion.
Crucifixion.
Yeah, where the men, dressed as Roman centurions, drove thin aluminum nails soaked in alcohol to prevent infection.
Of course.
Into the hands and feet of people avoiding bone.
Thank God. Thank God I wasn't brought up in the Philippines. I mean, just really. I know.
About a dozen penitents had this done to them, including 2 women.
Oh, my God.
They spent about 5 minutes each on a wooden cross, reenacting the suffering and death of Jesus Christ.
Anybody brought up in this country doesn't buy into religion like this. I don't know. It's just like these. I don't want to say backward countries. I'm sure there's some forward thinkers there, but in a lot of these third world countries, they're superstitious.
They get carried away.
I mean, it's like in Africa when they play to a rock and stuff. I mean, they're hanging themselves from crosses, and it's like they think that. I guess life sucks so bad here. They think it's going to be great when they drop dead. Like when we get up to heaven, it's going to all be reversed. Everyone who didn't put nails through their hands.
I don't know what feeling the suffering of Christ,
I don't know what that's all about.
by having nails driven through your hands is going to do for you.
Well, maybe that's like going to the gay stores and restaurants in that human sexuality class. You got to just feel Christ's pain.
Well, I must say here that the Catholic hierarchy officially frowns on these crucifixions.
Oh, bull, they love it. But the church is sort of, and then like you see all these poor people in church because they're buying into it, and they're in these lavish churches that are like 900-foot ceilings covered in gold.
Yeah.
And I said they should just melt down the church and give it to these poor people. And they're passing the collection plate. And there's only
the purse alone that the smoking purse is probably enough to just feed everybody in the
We
place.
have a cardinal that has a pocketbook that smokes. When he wears it whenever he puts on his purple
solid
gown.
gold, it looks like to me.
He puts on a purple dress and a big jester hat and walks around with a smoking pocketbook. What is it?
Going back to one other news story when you were just talking about the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
There's a real upset guy on the phone. He's the Grand Knight of the Flatbush Knights of Columbus.
Yeah.
And, they're a very Catholic organization.
And what does he want from me?
Well, he's just upset saying that you're saying that the Catholic Church doesn't do anything to help people because you said that
I didn't say that. I never said that. I don't want to deal with it. Dude, get your facts straight. I never said the Catholic Church doesn't help anybody.
Are you sure, sir? How dare you, sir, turn around and say that they should melt down the gold in their chapels and give it to everybody else?
Why not?
How dare you?
Why not?
Because, first off, a lot of the Catholic churches help out many, many organizations, many charitable organizations they have within the Knights of Columbus and also within the Catholic Church.
Who cares?
Who cares?
So go out and help people, all right?
We
and
do.
stay off my radio
We do.
show. Go help people.
So why is it that you have to turn around and rap everybody?
Oh, don't worry about it. You go pray, and I hope you go to
Your mother
heaven.
was Catholic once. Just because you gave up her faith doesn't mean that you have to knock everybody else.
Oh, so now it's up to my faith. In other words, so if I give up faith, I can't comment on anything because you're so deluded.
No, it's not being so deluded. It's not being so deluded.
Dude, what do you want from me?
Let me tell you something. The
Dude,
Catholic
if you
Church
want to
has
go
many
walk
charitable
around and do that stuff, go
that
do
helps
it.
out a lot
I
of
don't want to
people
do
out
it. So
there.
go help somebody. Why are you calling radio shows?
So why are you turning around and knocking the Catholic Church?
I'm not knocking anybody.
I
This
heard
is
you
my
knocking the Catholic
feeling.
Church, sir.
It's my feeling.
How dare you, sir?
Oh, sir. Sir, my ass. Kiss my ass. Kiss it, kiss it, kiss it.
It's too...
Ah, you stupid ass. Sir. Hey, go get a radio show.
How dare
you got views you want people to hear? Go get a radio show, you nitwit. Sir. When a guy calls me sir, I'm ready to smack him in the head. He thinks he's conducting a radio program. I'm going to put a curse on him right now. This is straight from Jesus. Ooga booga. There you go. And that's a secret that most Christians don't know, that you can do that.
Oh, boy.
And it's going right to his house. And unless he says 87 Hail Marys, he will go straight to hell. I don't care if he was baptized. Ooga booga. That's the end of you. Now you're finished. That's the end of you. You're going to have a cursed life. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's an opinion. It's my opinion. There's a movie, Priest. And in the movie, the priest falls in love with a woman. And I think the other
There
priest...
you see it right away. You know it's a fantasy, right?
Yeah. Bob Dole's never heard about this. The other priest falls in love with a grown man. You know, it should have been with a 14-year-old boy. But, you know... Oh, dear! They should at least allow the priests to marry each other. And maybe they can't marry, you know, outside of the priesthood, but at least marry each other so they can have dates.
One of the executives at the Food and Drug Administration would like to have smoking declared a teenage disease.
Please. Don't say anything negative about smoking. It's tough enough as it is. Smokers have been harassed throughout the centuries. We're the New Age pariah.
Dr. David Kessler says that cigarette companies target teenagers. They are the
Not true.
best place for the cigarette companies to find new smokers.
Do you know that tobacco is one of the greatest industries in this country? It's also one of the basic food groups.
To
and
replace the adults who either die or quit on their own.
And the more negative stories you do, Robinophilia, you will hurt the tobacco industry. Shame
Here
on
is
you.
Dr. Kessler.
I don't want to hear it. I'll close my ears.
Howard shouldn't play it. The company's researcher found that children were as familiar with Joe Camel as they were with Ronald McDonald.
like Ronald McDonald's any better than
Ronald
Camel
McDonald
cigarettes.
smokes.
Yeah.
Well,
He was
if
a
Ronald
hardcore-
McDonald gets them to eat hamburgers, Joe Camel must be getting them to smoke.
But if I can't smoke, I'll live. That's a horrible fate. Look at my life.
Here's Dr. Kessler again.
Young people are the tobacco industry's primary source of new customers in this country,
I started smoking when I was 10.
replacing adults who have either quit or died.
That's right. Like he's saying something profound. Every business is looking for new customers. That's right. Gotta expand your inventory. Can't believe it. One negative story after another on smoking.
He would like to be able to clamp down on cigarette advertising
Like to clamp down on him.
so that they couldn't tempt youngsters with the foul cigarettes. And finally this morning, you know that New York now has a death penalty. We became the 38th state to enact a death penalty the
Kill
other
him with
day.
smoke. That's right, the cigarette death penalty.
But experts are now saying it'll be the turn of the century before
What?
we'll be able to even see an execution in this town.
Oh, come on, huh? That's 1 million cartons away. Don't talk in terms of years. Talk in terms of cartons.
It'll take 10 years for the state's
would be-
first capital punishment case to clear all the state and federal legal hurdles.
10 years is 30,000 cartons. No death penalty. Here I am killing myself every day. And the criminals go free. Now, is that regular or 100s? What, in years? Yes. Regular, fool. You're right.
The time frame could be shortened only if a convicted death row inmate decided he wanted the death penalty.
Why would he want that?
And waived all of his fear.
Who would want the death penalty?
So there you have it. Even though we now have the death penalty, you won't see it enacted for a long, long time. And that's what's happening.
I'll see. I'm going to go do something worse than the death penalty. I'm going to go online with my wife and smoke. All right. I can do that all day.
Yeah, we will.
And Phoenix has no idea what we're doing.
I know.
You'll learn.
They'll learn.
I'm going to go home, watch the OJ trial, and smoke. Sometimes I don't even turn on the TV. Smoke. Smoke. That's cigarette. Phoenix, we have an engineer that all he does is smoke. Surrounded by smoke. Doesn't even try to quit. Big yellow, chunky fingers.
Oh.
Bald, overweight. And his wife doesn't like him to go online by himself because she's afraid he'll meet girls. And trust me, he ain't meeting nobody. Because they get one look at him. I'm a hunk. I love my family. And cigarettes. And not necessarily in that order. And I'm such a fox. They have to keep an eye on me. Hey, Scott, come in here. I like to be online with somebody as my co-pilot. She lights my cigarettes for me one after another while I'm on my keyboard. That's right. Typing. I don't have to stop in mid-sentence. Let me get this straight.
Good morning.
And be honest for once in your smoky life.
Your miserable
Once in my miserable life. Can I say something?
No.
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 Negatory.
You know what's funny about him? You would think, even though we're doing that monotone impression of him, that like he'd come in and try and sort of sound
Be
chipper,
more animated.
animated, so he wouldn't sound like that.
No, I am being chipper.
And he doesn't even try. He just goes, no. I am being chipper. Does your wife not like you to go online by yourself because she's afraid you'll meet girls online? Be honest.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I plead the... What do you think it is?
I plead the fifth.
You don't think that's true?
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
Why do you look away every time he asks you that question?
Who am I
I'm
supposed
looking for a cigarette. You know, you have the posture of a slug. I've never seen a guy with worse posture than me. I leave snail trails when I walk.
You want me to sit up like that?
It's hard when you're overweight and you smoke a lot.
Yeah.
I hunch over so my cigarettes don't fall out of my pocket. I think your wife likes to go online with you because she doesn't want you talking to girls.
Well, if that's the case.
Well, if that's the case.
Do we have him?
I don't know that. I mean, I'm not...
That's just speculation.
I'm just speculating.
Well, I don't think so, but if you want to speculate, go ahead.
Okay. You want to
Do we have him on tape, like when he smokes and blows it out slowly so it sucks into both nostrils and he goes into heaven?
No, I like the move where Scott's smoking, and then like he puts his lip to the side and he blows the smoke out the side,
Like that's going to help you get out of that smoky environment
Yeah,
he's
right,
created
yeah.
back there.
The first drag is... Light up. Go ahead. Go ahead and light up.
We wanna watch
right now.
you.
Light up.
I have to go in.
Go get your tools.
Watch him light up.
Go ahead.
Go get a cigarette. I want to see
Get
that.
my good. I don't mind smoking on camera.
Now he's smiling. This
Now
is
he's
the
the
first
first time he's
ever
happy.
asked him to do
Because
something where
they're
he
paying me to
smiled.
smoke. You're telling me I could smoke in here?
You danced that. Oh, I mean, I never saw the guy happier. Did you see that?
What day
That was
is
the
today?
biggest smile I've ever seen.
I feel like I died and went to heaven.
Jumped up and clicked his heels. And he was smiling. The guy has a smile like the whole time I know him.
He never moves fast.
You want me to smoke here?
I have to get my wax.
This studio?
Oh, there he is. What are you smoking, Merritt's? And he's got it. Go ahead.
Oh, the lighter.
All right, there it is. First drag. Let me see your blood. Look how happy, like an orgasm.
I love it. I have teeth like daisies.
Look, I haven't seen your teeth ever until today. Look, he's smiling, he's laughing. He's giddy. See, you're young again.
It's a drug, you see.
It is.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring is sprung.
There goes my lunch.
Go ahead, aren't you going to take another drag? Go ahead. Can you blow smoke rings?
I don't bother with that.
He doesn't play with his
nonsense.
smoke.
Homie, don't play that.
Look at that. It just came through the nose and
Yeah,
everything.
came out of every orifice. Smoke coming out of his pants. He's cremating himself. And you know what's funny? Yeah. When the cigarette burns down almost to burning his fingers, it's time for him to draw on it.
drag
Take a
on-
drag.
yeah.
Look how close you hold it. I never saw anybody hold a cigarette that close to the ash.
I've never seen a guy smoke and hold his finger so straight.
Can you get up and dance and smoke?
No, I don't do that.
All right.
I bet you if he got in an accident and broke both his arms, it would take him at the most a week to learn to light and smoke with his feet.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have to.
Nurse? I'll need an assist here.
Open your head, Jackie.
Yeah, here's the tray. Here's the tray. Here's your ashtray.
Nurse, I need an enema and a light. Not necessarily.
Go ahead, enjoy yourself.
Smoke. He's not smoking.
Light up too.
While he's in
I don't, you know, you think the whole thing is like
Flight 3.
It's holding it and having some fun with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
know,
look at the cigarette? Do you admire it?
Oh yeah, you know,
Can
roll
you
it
smoke
around
with
my
both
fingers.
hands?
No.
You ambidextrous? Can you smoke with the left and the right?
Can you smoke two at once?
There he is, lefty.
Ooh.
A rare.
A switch
Not many
hitter.
people
Nice.
get
How
about
about
that, huh?
Good for you.
Of the left hand.
Never saw you smoke lefty.
I'm so talented.
Yeah, that and bowling. All right, very good, Scott.
All right. 11 past 3 o'clock, your pal, how weird. Thank you. Robin Quivers is here, of course. Thank you. Bruce, our engineer.
As always.
Al Rosenberg is out there.
Yeah.
He gets upset when I don't mention his name.
Oh, well.
There's really no reason to mention his name, but I just do. Earth Dog Fred. Boy Gary.
Ooh.
Boy Lee's
Boy
replacement.
G.
Already he's doing a better job than Lee did. I already gave him several difficult tasks, and he's handled all of them quite well.
Is that right? Well, that's good to hear.
Very impressed with this new boy.
I hope you continue to progress in this manner.
Yeah. And we'll be finding out more about Boy Gary as the days goes on.
Good, because I don't know anything about him.
Well, I really don't either. I just kind of hired him on a lark. Everyone told me he was a decent human being.
Yeah?
So I hired him.
Looks kind of swarthy.
Yeah, he does. What ethnic, what is he, anyway? You're not a Jew, are you?
Italian?
Italian.
You hired an Italian?
I like Italians. Italians. The last kid I hired was a Jew, and they're not too good at serving.
No.
They all want to be, top banana, if you will.
Yeah, they want to be president of the company.
Yeah, right. Like Boy Lee actually had a desire to be like the head of the programming department.
Yeah.
The Italians, they work with their hands. They work hard. They keep their nose to the grindstone.
I like his attitude. He's not pushy.
And, I like him. And I don't think he has any relations to organized crime. Do you?
Not at all.
Oh, now we hear him.
Oh, okay.
And, the Italians built this country with their hands.
That's right. They're always saying that.
Yeah, they're proud of that. I mean, I'm proud of it, too.
Which parts did they build? The ones that are falling down or the ones that are standing up?
What did your people build, Gary? Do you know? Seriously.
The Empire State Building.
Yeah?
My grandfather worked on that.
His grandfather worked on the Empire State Building. Hey, kudos. What's your last name, Gary?
Delabate.
Delabate. Interesting. Gary Delabate.
Gary Delabate. Gary's not an Italian name. How did you get a name like Gary?
Well, it's probably Gariano or something.
Gary. Yeah, what is it? It's a long name for something else. No, it's Gary?
I got some good Italian friends, so I'm comfortable with an Italian. I'm comfortable working alongside an Italian.
Yeah.
He's a fine young man, and already he's impressed me with some of his abilities. What did I do? I had him send over some tapes to my agent. He handled that quicker than I've ever seen anybody handle it.
Really?
Because I was going to get annoyed with him already. I was going to start yelling at him already. I hardly know him. I said, you get those tapes over there? And he goes, yes. It must have been about 10 minutes. He handled the whole thing.
Oh, we're not used to that. We usually have to ask for things about 20, 30 times before they get done.
This guy, boy, I don't know whether he's just an eager beaver or what.
Is this just like your first week? Is this the honeymoon?
Yeah, are you just trying to impress me or something? Because, actually, I'm going to put him on probation. That's the way they do it around here. Give him 90 days probation.
Yeah.
That'll keep him on his toes. Because they know the second when I take him off probation, he's going to,
all the work will disappear.
Yeah. Boy, Lee, I used to ask him to take tapes over to my agent, and used to take him days.
What? You want me to take tapes?
Hey, give me an attitude, a little fresh attitude. Hey, I'm a Jew. I don't take tapes anywhere.
Really? Who do you think I am?
But, this boy's got calluses on his hands.
All right.
That's what I like. He's worked with his hands. Have you actually built anything?
No, not at all.
Ever worked a construction job, Gary?
No.
No?
No plumbing, no carpentry in your background?
You must have some plumbing and carpentry.
No.
What kind of an Italian
You
are
related to any of the popes?
No.
No. He looks like one of the guys in Hall & Oates. The little short guy with the black hair.
He looks like Oates.
He looks like an Oat. He looks like Oates. What is Oates' first name?
John.
John Oates. That's what people have told you that, obviously. Yeah. Okay.
First time I saw him, I said, oh, there's Oates.
So I gave him a job. He's got to be pretty damn grateful to me.
Did he lick your shoes yet?
I've given him one of the primo jobs in this company.
Yeah.
Being my boy.
Just wait.
There's so much I want to do on this show today, and I swear to you, right now I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember any of it except for one thing.
There was something you were supposed to talk about first off on the show today. What was it? You were going to talk about...
The new TV season? Television commercial?
You said it yesterday afternoon that you were going to... TV commercial.
Our TV commercial. I'm not in the mood to talk about that, though. What I am in the mood to talk about, though...
What?
Is the bit that we're in studio creating right now.
What's that?
We have actual tapes of Miss America, the new Miss America, in an interview with Jack Cafferty on Live at 5.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we have a new bit that we want to unveil. What we would have liked to have seen on Live at 5 with
the
Jack
new Miss America.
with her actually in the bit.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a very complicated thing, but I swear to God, it's one of the funniest things we've ever done. And we're going to do that for you a little later.
Great.
In the show.
There's one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. They're saying some very strange things about you on the NBC tour.
Which is?
I don't know. I just heard a brief little presentation at the window today as I was standing there. And the guy would stand there and he'd look at the crowd. Anybody here from New Jersey or New York? Anybody ever hear of Howard Stern? And, you know, people would raise their hands, or some other couple raised their hands and said, we knew Howard Stern when he was in Washington. Yeah, I think he got thrown out of Washington.
That's what the tour guide said?
Yeah.
Smart ass.
And then he says, you know, and he's leading up to talking about the 7-second ad. It just didn't sound like a very complimentary way to present a member of the NBC family to me.
Well, I'll be sure to yell at some tour guides this hour and set them straight. Little punks. Little chumps.
Really, I like to know what they're coached on saying about you.
Yeah, I want to hear what they're saying about me. It's come to think of it, I've walked by the tour several times and they've made snide remarks.
Yeah.
I don't dig that. We start our new feature today. What's the hell's the name of it?
What if?
No, not what if. It's called
What?
Scenes We Would Have Liked to Have Seen.
Just imagine.
Remember in Mad Magazine they used to say, you know, like scenes we would have liked to have seen? That's what we're going to be doing today.
Is that what they said in Mad?
Yeah. We're going to be doing something like that, except funnier. Because Mad stopped being funny a couple of years ago.
When all those people grew up.
Hey, Gary, I got a job for you. When Fred gets back,
you got to go downstairs. I'll give you some money and buy something called Interview Magazine. Supposedly there's a article about David Letterman, and he talks about me in it.
That's the Andy Warhol magazine, you know.
Yeah, he's super. We're going to speak to the NCAR later with Janet from Another Planet.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to...
Did anybody drum up some tapes of Donna? I thought you were going to do that.
Yeah, I think Gary did that.
No?
You didn't do that? Uh-oh. He's screwing up already.
Uh-oh.
I can explain.
All right, he's going to explain. Come closer to the microphone and explain.
They wouldn't let us use the metronome tapes unless we knew exactly what we wanted, where they were.
We wanted the traffic reports. I'll yell it. I'll straighten it out later. Come and tell me when things like that happen. They're just jiving you.
Yeah.
They're jiving you. Can't use those tapes.
It's not a metronome.
What is it?
A Metrotech.
It's a Metrotech. Well, what does he know? Where'd we get Gary from? I don't even know anything. Hey, Gary, get in here for a second, man.
Yeah,
I
gotta find out about you.
I really, I interviewed him, but I didn't really pay attention to what he said. He just looked like a bright, sharp kid. He didn't have that dull look that Lee had. Come on, sit over there.
Go there and sit down at a microphone.
That's
our new microphone.
Not a microphone. Now sit down. What did you call it? A metro?
A metronome.
Metronome, like the pianos?
Yeah, that's the thing that goes tick-tock, tick-tock.
A metronome's the thing the kids put on top of the piano. A Metrotech is what we use here at the station.
I'm new.
Good Lord, I got to train all these kids. What are you, communications major?
Right.
Where?
I went to Adelphi University.
Oh, God.
And you graduated.
Yeah.
But
No great feat, yeah.
I mean, Adelphi makes Nassau Community College look like Harvard. That's true, Gary. You know that.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not the greatest school.
All right. What'd you get on your SATs?
1190.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty bright. So what the hell were you doing in Adelphi? Your old man didn't have any money or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's too bad.
Well, it wasn't my first choice, really. It was my 9th.
It was your 9th choice, and then you went there? What'd you live at home and go to school?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to save some bucks.
Yeah.
Smart. Because I don't care what you spend on college, it's not worth it. So what were you, a communications major there? Would you make films and TV shows and stuff?
Yeah, I was mostly involved in film.
Film, yeah, you made little films?
Yeah, I worked on the college radio station.
Yeah. Now you're doing this.
Boy, he's moving right up.
I guess Adelphi really trained you for a career in radio. But he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how many people wanted this job? Must have gotten about 6 billion resumes. Oh, boy.
He's really
He's a
fast
little
with those
nervous.
ad libs, huh?
You a little nervous here?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
Hey, he's Italian, though. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't... I purposely didn't hire a Jewish guy for this job. Because the last time I went with a Jewish guy, I needed not... I tell him to do stuff when
you
he
know what
presented
it is?
Yeah.
The other guy that you really liked was Italian.
Yeah. The first guy I had was Italian, and he was great. And Boy Lee was great, but Boy Lee wanted to...
Boy Lee was a great friend.
He was a good guy. I needed somebody who could work. Let me see your hands. You got any calluses on it? Yeah, look at those. Those look like hands.
See, those are the hands of a man.
Those are the hands of an Italian. A man who knows how to work with his hands. Hire these Jewish guys. They don't want to get their hands dirty.
Lee's hands were softer than mine.
Yeah, I know. Got me a strong Italian man.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that about you.
He could even grow a mustache. Lee couldn't do that.
Yeah, look at that mustache. So, you'll probably be getting a lot of girls now that I'm putting you on the show. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I was under the impression that this job would keep me from getting girls.
No. You'll get girls.
Bruce said.
No. It only keeps Bruce. Everything keeps Bruce from getting girls.
Well, Bruce thinks he doesn't get girls because he's Jewish. That's what he blamed his latest fiasco on. He goes out to San Francisco, sleeps with a girl twice, then she won't sleep with him anymore, and he says because he's Jewish. Do I got that story straight?
Yeah, I'm afraid you do.
Yeah. He goes, well, I think it's the religious thing.
Yeah, the religious thing.
I said to him, if it's the religious thing, she wouldn't have slept with you in the first place. She wouldn't want to know from you. Bruce says she freaked out when he pulled down his pants. She'd never seen a Jewish guy before. Oh, my God. I knew you were Jewish, but now the reality.
You're mutilated.
My God. Look what they did to you. Bruce explained that was a Jewish custom and that people drink and eat food during that ceremony. Nothing better than seeing a Jewish boy's
An infant.
sex apparatus being destroyed.
While you eat.
While I eat. I swear to God, I went to my friend Marty Gatreyer's son's, I went to Ira Gatreyer's bris, and I stood there with a salami sandwich and rye bread and a glass of diet soda while they cut this kid's fling flang.
You were truly affected by that.
I was a little
weeks
shaky.
You couldn't get over that.
I almost missed a bite of my sandwich. Gary, you of course are Italian. I guess you haven't. Are you cut clean?
Yeah, that was by that time it was a health practice.
Yeah, I think that's a scam, by the way. I think if you just practice a little bit of hygiene. I mean, if you take a shower daily and wash it properly.
Well, it's just that it's another step. It's an extra step. People might miss it, Howard.
Yeah, I mean, what right does a doctor have to say, oh, gee, well, this kid's going to grow up and never take showers, and it's going to get pretty rancid over there, so I'm going to cut it off. Good Lord, I got 3 showers in my house. I'm showering daily.
And the sprinkler system outside.
Yeah, really. I mean, I could just dip it in a glass of water and clean it off. Do people mistake you for a Jew when you in gym class when you take a shower? And
no,
never.
Everybody's pretty much the same these days.
Yeah, right. It's true.
I think the tide is changing, though. People are saying no to that now.
Yeah, I think a few people around here are intact.
Yeah.
I know Bruce isn't, obviously.
What about Earth Dog?
I don't know. I never checked with him. When Fred gets back in here, have him pull down his pants, Bruce, so I can look, see what's doing down there. I think he told me he still has his intact.
I think so. Yeah.
He never got clipped.
Yeah.
And he looks pretty healthy. I mean, the man showers every day. I bet you Buzz Bazansky's never been clipped.
I don't know. He's angry about something, Howard.
Oh, look who's there, the president of the radio division. Ixnay on the clip-nay.
Oh, Mr. Barngarden?
Oh, he's back in town. I thought he was out of town. That's why I was talking so filthy. Oh, God. I can't believe he's back.
We were talking about haircuts.
Yeah. Nice haircut, Randy. Randy, the president of the radio division's back.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Is he doing a bad job or what? Whole damn place is falling apart.
I know. This place is a mess.
No, he's all right. He's doing a good job.
Well, he can't see to everything. He needs more help.
Yeah. There's a few things I got to yell at him at. It's a good thing he's here.
Well, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to him about.
Good. Well, we'll get a hold of him in a minute.
Okay.
So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, about circumcision. We'll wait till Randy leaves, and then we'll get back to that.
Back to this.
We'll talk about it after Randy leaves, because then I don't feel loose when Randy's in the room, now that he's president of the radio division. All right. Let's play one of these wonderful songs we have. These are the Cars. And Drive.
That's what it's called,
This is called Drive?
Yeah.
I knew that.
With the Howard Stern
Show.
Trip
from anywhere. All right, very good. Very good. Boy, it's hot in here, Robin. Did I mention that?
What's the temperature now? You should have a thermometer in there so you can keep a gauge on. Because if you get up to boiling, maybe we should take you out of there.
Well, according to this thermometer, it's 98.7 in here.
Well, that should be...
That's my rectal temperature. I'm sorry. I've screwed up the thermometer stuff again.
I was going to say, that should be rather comfortable for you.
No, Ralph, don't bring it in when I'm on the air. Get out.
Oh, Ralph.
Please.
You were doing so well this morning.
He did that so he can get... He's so excited. He's been on TV a lot, and people are...
Recognize?
Yeah. He waits till the camera is on. I made a vow that when we got back from vacation, I wouldn't talk to Ralph on the air anymore.
You know what was funny? I suppose you have been lecturing him pretty strongly.
Yeah.
Because he was sitting in the other office out there, and I went in to get some water, and he knew he wasn't supposed to bring attention to himself, so he was muttering under his breath.
Yeah, right. Hoping you'd notice. Hold it. The official temperature in here is 103, so it is actually 6 degrees cooler in my colon than in this room. Now you know. That's an official word.
Is there room for
us in there? Yeah, there's room.
Yes.
Everybody
people
crawl
want to
in.
now move into your colon and do this.
Crawl into my colon.
It's cooler there.
All right, here's the big show news. I'm ready to reveal it now, and then I'm going to take some phone calls. But first of all, this is so bizarre. Just get ready.
It's bizarre news.
It's bizarre news. I don't know if it's drum roll news even. I turn off the drum roll because it is such bizarre news
The way it was presented is so bizarre that this is going to require a very long conversation.
All right.
Okay?
I think I'm ready now.
Are you ready for bizarre news?
At first, I didn't know what to do.
All right. So during vacation, I don't know exactly what day, my wife is going through the answering machine messages. And on the machine is, now the reason we don't have the message itself is because my wife never erases the answering machine, but as soon as I get something cool on there that I want to play you on the air, of course she has erased it. And she goes afterwards, I know I shouldn't have erased the message. I just realized you probably want to play it on the air. I go, you're some help to me, my little darling. 2 weeks alone with you has been a sheer picnic.
We're partners.
Yeah, we're partners. You really help the radio show, don't you, Allison? Unbelievable. Move over, OJ. I'm going to be in the cell next to you. Someone said to me, would you ever divorce your wife and give up half of your earnings? I said, I'd kill her before I divorce her.
And give them all up.
Right.
Give up your freedom, give up everything.
Everything. But at least it'd be mine. And I wouldn't get an expensive lawyer.
Just leave the money sitting there.
That's right.
In case someday you make it out.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, so on the answering machine, which my wife erased, is a message that went something like this.
Hello? This is Fred Norris. No one is home, but I just...
And he always identifies himself as Fred Norris.
Yes, he's writing a letter. He's not on an answering machine.
This is Fred Norris. I want you to know that I am now married. So, wait a second.
So...
Fred didn't call me. I'm very upset.
Did he call you, Jackie?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
I knew
I'm
it.
the only one who gets left out.
They owed me because we called him when we did.
Why didn't you call Robin?
Because it was basically just you two guys. I wanted it to be more of a surprise.
Did you call Gary?
No.
Well, Gary doesn't even know.
Gary knew, but I don't know how he knew.
So wait a second. So anyway.
He just wanted you two guys to know.
Yeah.
Because what?
I think my theory is he had to let someone from the show know. So he figured he'd let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's some kind of honor to get the call from Fred. And I think Jackie, because Jackie is the kind of guy that I don't think Fred wants any grief from Jackie.
Ah.
Like Jackie has a way like, hey man, I'm hurt. You didn't call me.
Who does? I mean,
you know what I mean?
For weeks.
I don't know what it is, but he feels obligated to have to call Jackie.
Wow. Fred, I'm hurt.
I'm sorry, Robin. It was really not meant to be.
Oh, yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was an oversight.
Never mind that.
I
So
figured you
wait
were
a
busy
second.
running your book.
So then I said, wait a second. Fred ran off and got married. And I
And
said,
where'd he run off to?
I don't know. He gave no consideration to the fact that, A, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have met his wife.
Yeah.
Not true.
Now, first of all, let me explain something.
Whoa, what did he say? Not true?
Not true.
Not true.
Oh, how would you have met her?
No, no. You're twisting my words. I don't.
Unless you didn't marry Allison, did you marry someone else? I never bothered to ask who he married.
I think that was part of my message. Who it was?
Lisa Marie.
Did he give you a message who it was?
He said we.
Oh, maybe he's talking French.
We,
I am married.
No.
So anyway, at first I said, oh, great. Fred didn't hassle anybody.
Yeah.
Just went off and got married. And because who wanted to take a day out of their vacation to go watch Fred get married?
Well, he didn't have to do it on vacation time.
Right. Could have done it during the week. We could have had a day off. And could have covered it.
That's right. He's not thinking.
But then I started thinking, I said, boy, that's really weird in a sense. Fred, can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
What day did you get married?
It was the 10th, which was a Sunday.
Okay. And who was in attendance?
Who was in attendance? My mom and dad and her mom. And
what about your brother?
My brother wasn't there.
What, you didn't invite him?
Because it was on a Sunday.
Oh, he's busy on Sundays.
Yeah.
Where was your brother on Sunday?
He works on Monday, so it's like he's not going to take a day off.
He works on Monday, so he couldn't be there Sunday?
Where were you? Out of the country?
We were 3 hours. Like, for him to do it would be a real hassle. He's got kids and everything.
Yeah,
so.
but I mean, he's your brother.
Have a big party, so
right.
That's when everybody.
So it was your parents and Allison's mom?
Right, and her sister, and that's it. Actually, her grandmother showed up.
Her grandmother too.
Well, uninvited though.
Yeah, they threw her out. She crashed.
Let me in. I'm coming whether you like it or not.
Anyway, I
Fred,
realized.
I'm not coming to the party. I'll let you know right now.
Exactly. Are you having a party?
in October.
I see.
So I'm giving everybody ample notice.
Well, I'm giving you ample notice that I won't be there.
Okay, well, that's your choice.
Yeah, well, Fred is having a party at Larry Schwartz's house.
Because he does everything Jackie's way.
Anyway, first of all, Fred, it was really weird. So we get this phone call, and like, hello, this is Fred Norris. Like, I don't know who Fred Norris is.
Yeah.
And I only
Or
wish
you wouldn't recognize the voice.
my wife said it was a very straightforward message. Fred getting
No fooling around.
no fooling around, no frivolous.
Waste your time.
I'm not going to waste my time, right?
Just the news, and that's it.
So anyway, I thought you didn't happen to save your message, did you, Jackie?
No, and I thought of it the minute, you hang up and after you erase them, it's like, whoa, what'd I do that for?
Yeah, well, that was my wife. She never erases the machine. I said, where's the message? She goes, oh, I erased it.
Did you hear it?
No, she didn't even play it for me.
Man.
I didn't even get to hear it. I could do an impression of it for her. This is Allison doing an impression of it.
But she's good.
She's like, hi, this is Fred Norris. So, wait a second. So then I get to thinking, I go, all right, he did the Jackie thing. He ran off and got married.
Mm-hmm.
But Fred and I go way back.
Yes.
And, I mean, you could say that in many ways, while I don't see Fred a lot socially now, because none of us see each other socially, because we're all so busy with nothing. But
we have to stay away from each other.
Right, or we kill each other. But we don't see each other all that much. But you could make an argument that to Fred, I'm family in the sense that I did a lot more for him than even his own parents.
You did.
You didn't do the ultimate. You didn't give him birth.
Right. I mean, I did everything for him but give him birth.
If he could.
I basically adopted him when I met him in Hartford, and I would have adopted him sooner. I just didn't meet him sooner.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and I said to my wife, boy, this is kind of weird that Fred wouldn't even think to ask me. It is a little. It would have been. I would have been honored. I would have been honored to go watch Fred get married. I've known Fred for how long have I known you, Fred?
20 years, maybe.
20 years. Just about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. And though you belong there more than the girlfriend.
In a sense, yeah. I should be the bride standing next to Fred.
Let's do it again in a couple weeks, and you'll be on the beat.
No. I mean, it was. Did you get a call?
No.
This is the first you're hearing of it?
Yeah. So who did Fred call? Just you and Jackie?
Yeah. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I feel the same way, Gary.
Well, there's a woman on the phone who wants to explain why Fred didn't call you.
Call me?
No, call Robin. Great explanation.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yes.
I know totally why Robin is upset, and I know why Fred did not call her. Robin has been in love with Fred for years. It is so obvious. Every time she talks about him, you could, hear the hearts in her eyes.
Well, let me tell you something. You're on to something there, but I'll tell you something what I'm on to. I'm on to a different explanation.
What?
This, in keeping with the O.J. defense, Fred is a racist.
It is so obvious. It is so obvious.
I love him enough to want him to be happy regardless.
Robin,
but you're saying there's something between Fred and Robin, and it was hard for Fred to break the news to Robin?
Yes, I have been listening for years. I've been listening since I was 13.
Right.
Every time Robin refers to
What
Fred,
mental institution are you in now?
No, I'm totally not. I just can hear it in her voice. Girls know these things about each other.
Right.
Robin has referred to Fred's tight ass many times.
She does all the time.
All right. Well, there it is. Maybe there's something going on that I don't know about.
I'm sorry, Robin, that I blew your cover.
So anyway, thank you for the call, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye, Howard.
Bye. So I started thinking this was kind of weird that Fred didn't even
not to even invite you.
I'm the guy who I created Dial-A-Date, put you on it.
Yeah. But you're also responsible for the whole lifestyle he can offer this woman.
Yeah. It was weird. Don't you think it's a little weird?
Well, who did Fred invite would be the important question.
His parents, who, believe me, have been no help to him.
In other words, if it was a tiny little thing, you probably should have been in anyway, but I mean, are we talking 6 people?
I just think it's weird that, you weren't there, Jackie, Robin, me.
It was also in the middle of vacation, too, and we kind of, decided, at the last...
Can you get an annulment and redo it?
We could.
I don't think that would even make it up for me.
Yeah, you wanted the call.
Now, I got to tell you.
Robin always loves a reason to be mad, so you're just giving her a great one.
There you go.
Yeah,
Never
Robin's
to
happy.
Speak to you again.
Robin, there's a chance you can divorce. You can still marry him.
Nope, not until then.
If Fred had invited her, she wouldn't have gone.
Of course not. I wouldn't have gone either.
I got to finish my book.
Point is, I like the invitation.
Right.
Me down.
I'm starting to feel stupid that I had a wedding and invited everybody.
Yeah.
Jackie and Fred, ran off.
No, please.
No, it was nice.
No, Jackie ran off. Fred had to do what Jackie did.
You did it your way. You know.
Hope I didn't put anybody out.
Except Tom.
So where did you get married? All the way out on Long Island?
On the East End.
On the East End of Long Island.
So it would have been like a 3-hour trip for everybody to get out there.
Well, that would have been way too much to do for you. You're right.
I think.
Yeah.
No, it really was. It was like a spur of the moment kind of thing.
A spur
really?
of the
Was it?
moment?
It was like we got out there and went,
Good
hey,
thing
let's do it.
Good thing his parents were in town.
Yeah.
We called them. They made it cross on the ferry. It was great.
Really? So you mean all of a sudden you just decided?
Yeah. That's it. I mean,
what is it?
We've been
Eyewitness
thinking.
account from the wedding.
Who is it?
Fred's cousin Judy.
Oh, Judy was there.
Judy got to come?
Oh, so your cousin was there.
You lied to
Not
us.
my cousin. This is actually Al's cousin.
She's upset that she wasn't mentioned that she was at the wedding.
Jeez.
Yeah, but Fred's trying to keep that guest list down.
Yeah.
Other cousins are there.
Hey, Judy.
Yes.
I guess you're more important to Fred in his life than
How long
I
have you
am.
known Fred?
Good morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird.
How long have you known Fred?
I've known Fred, about 7 years.
Yeah?
I've known
Yes.
Fred 20, and I bet you never gave him a day's work.
No.
I bet you didn't drag him out of Hartford. Excuse me, from Springfield, from Wacky Radio.
No, Howard. No, I didn't do any. I just went to the wedding. We drove 3 hours there.
Yeah.
And 3 hours back.
Yeah.
And it was a lovely wedding.
So who else was there that Fred's not telling us about?
My husband,
Right.
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur was there.
And not
Arthur
even a
and-
relative.
And who else?
That's it. And he told you about everybody else except us.
Right.
So we were there.
Was he married in the temple?
No, he was married on the beach.
On the beach?
Uh-huh.
What was he wearing?
lovely.
What was Fred wearing?
He was wearing a black suit
Yeah.
with a multicolored shirt.
Any tie or?
And he looked very handsome.
Yes.
And
Was his hair pulled back?
No, his hair was
free
loose.
flowing.
And what did Allison wear?
Allison was wearing a lovely.
Don't tell me
lovely
white.
dress.
Don't tell me white, because Fred has found her.
It was smudged.
It was like an off-white and a very pretty lace mantilla.
Oh, mantilla. I didn't even know there was such a piece of clothing.
Lovely.
A lace mantilla.
Well,
What's
that's a
mantilla?
headdress.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. It's like a.
It's Spanish.
Same thing Johnny Carson's wife wore.
She had a schmata on her head.
Schmata. Did Fred? Were they married by a rabbi?
A judge.
A judge?
Yes.
So there was no stepping on glass or anything?
Well, no, they were on the beach.
I figure on the beach you'd have to wear a waterproof yarmulke.
Fred got married like Alec Baldwin.
It was very, very nice.
Yeah, just like Alec Baldwin.
Were they barefoot?
No, wearing shoes.
No, they were wearing shoes.
You wearing shoes on the beach, Fred?
They were wearing shoes. Everything was very tasteful and very lovely.
Well, you know, Howard, this brings up a very important question now.
It's weird that, didn't you think it was weird that Fred didn't invite me and Robin?
Well, I don't know you and Robin.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you only listen every day.
No, well, Fred, I don't.
Every other day.
I mean, Howard, I don't.
Yeah, now how come you're calling now? Who was listening?
I was listening.
Oh, you were listening.
I listened to you. Yeah, I listened to you, Howard.
Oh, so you just said you didn't listen to me, but now you
well,
do
not
listen to me.
every day, Howard.
Oh, every other day.
You know, I have things to do.
Yeah, I like how people claim that they're not a listener of mine. Then she goes, "Well, I listen."
No, Howard. No, I would never do that.
You
there
just
are days
did.
that I listen, like today when I have time in the morning, and there are other days that I'm rushing out and about and I can't.
Yeah, the first day Fred's back after the big wedding.
Well, of course.
So knowing my relationship with Fred,
Yes.
From a listener's level, didn't you think it was odd that I wasn't there?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Thanks, Judy.
Hey, Fred, this Yenta is now part of your family.
I'm
this
not
is someone,
a Yenta.
Oh, you're not a Yenta. You're the top Yenta Calabenta.
I am not a Yenta.
Look at you. You're
all.
calling because Fred didn't mention your name.
Allison has no Yentas in her family.
Isn't it funny how Yentas don't know their Yentas?
I can get out of this marriage easily. Allison does not have any Yentas in her family. None whatsoever.
And Judy, you're smoking way too much.
I don't smoke.
You sound like
No,
you do.
I don't smoke.
Really?
Yes, this is it. I don't smoke.
Well, that's her voice naturally?
Maybe you should take it up.
You class?
Yeah.
So this Yenta now is part of the Fred Norris family.
No, Freddie, was there a best man? Like, was she there because she was the maid of honor, or did you not do that sort of thing?
It was like, actually, her sister was kind of her maid of honor.
Yes.
And my dad was kind of my best man.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, people
I mean,
who
he
were
held
there
the
had to
rank.
take different roles.
Yeah. Where Dad was the usher. He married us, and he was the best man.
And he was also the pool boy.
Yeah, and the ring girl.
And he baked a cake.
Yeah.
Multi-talented.
Did you have Cookie Puss as a wedding cake?
Matter of fact, we did.
And the witness was an octopus that came out of the ocean because they ran out of people.
Yeah, there's a tendril mark on your license.
Very funny.
Well, it was. I just wanted. It was a lovely wedding.
Oh, I'm sure it was, but we wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. We weren't invited.
And we were very thrilled that we were invited.
This woman's more important to Fred than me.
Well, yes.
Yes.
I don't remember you taking Fred to the bank to open an account.
I don't remember
Had he
you.
called me, I would have.
I don't remember you taking him to get his first apartment where I had to take him around and he had lived in my house for 5 days.
Well, Howard, you are a good person. You know him a lot longer than we do.
Yeah, well.
Had
So
we
he
known him
doesn't-
that long, had he asked, we would have done it.
But
Fred,
he doesn't get to go to the wedding, don't you see?
Fred, did it ever cross your mind like maybe you wanted to invite me, or that didn't fit into the game
I
plan?
just really wanted to keep it real small.
So it had...
I didn't really even want to invite families who was. I got talked into it.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
No.
Judy,
nothing
quite
personal.
frankly,
Nothing
be honest. Who would want you there? Be honest.
Well, Howard, you don't know me.
I know you enough already.
No,
I'm listening to you. I know you
Why
don't.
is Fred making that sign like he's slitting his throat?
Yeah. Judy, trust me, I can size you up in 2 seconds.
Judy, we feel like we know your lifetime.
That's right. I've only been talking to you for 2 minutes, but I know your lifetime.
Okay, Howard.
I'm kidding with you, honey. Don't get all uptight, huh?
No, I'm not.
These are jokes.
How old is
Just
Judy?
jokes.
I'm a grandmother, Howard.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you sounded like spring chicken.
Yeah, sure. I'm a grandmother.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cousin
There
Judy.
are some young grandmothers.
How's your body? Nice.
It went a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You know what Fred told me?
No.
If he had his way at the wedding, that he would have gagged you. That's
Was
what he
there a
said.
lot of tears at the ceremony?
It was emotional.
Yeah, Fred's.
It's like, what am I doing?
Were there tears at the ceremony?
Some. It was emotional.
In what sense?
They were losing Allison to Fred.
Alice's grandma said it's about time.
That was great. It was like, and now pronounce you man and wife.
It's about time.
What took you so long?
Right.
Uh-huh. Cookie was, choked up, as well she should be. It's
Who was?
Allison's mom.
That's her mom.
Cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her nickname.
What the hell is that all about?
I don't know.
Well, your wife's mom's name is Cookie?
Oh.
That's her
Fred,
nickname.
do you call her Cookie?
No.
What do you call
Fred's
her?
I call her
mother-in-law.
Dorothy.
Dorothy. I'm Dorothy.
That's her name.
Will you start calling her mom?
Or will you start calling her Cookie? Cookie Puss.
Oh, my little Cookie
I'll
Puss.
stick with Dorothy.
Wow.
So that's it.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to call her mom? That's cool.
No, she's real cool.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I met your mother-in-law. She's nice.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Okay.
So did you cry, Judy?
No.
I would have been
I
crying.
was exhausted from the 3-hour drive.
Yeah, that's what I would have been crying
I was
from.
exhausted.
I would have been like, 3-hour drive.
And the hike on the beach.
You know how much gas just cost me?
And the
Alone?
hike. Howard, you're lucky. There was a hike on the beach about 1.5 miles.
No.
Through the dunes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's important. I mean, God needed to shine down on Fred and Allison.
Spot, huh?
So what'd you give Fred for a gift?
I don't know. My husband took care of that.
Oh, cash?
Yes.
How much you get from her?
You know, I don't remember.
Oh, don't lie, Fred.
No, really, you have to ask Allison that.
You don't know what they gave you? You only got 3
She was in
gifts.
charge of the envelopes.
There was only 3 envelopes.
I really don't know what was
The
in
envelopes?
Did she have a little basket to put the 3 envelopes in?
That's it.
Judy, did you give more than 300?
I'm not saying anything on the air.
Why? You don't want people to know how cheap you were?
Exactly. Well, not cheap. No.
Did you give over
How
$300?
prosperous? No.
You did not.
What?
You didn't give over 300?
I don't know.
You do know.
My husband's the accountant. He takes care of all the money.
How much over 300?
I don't know. I just spend it. I don't know how much there is.
At least invite me, Fred. I give way too much at weddings.
Do you
Ask
really?
Gary.
Well, what
Do you really?
Howard, you You were insane at my wedding.
And Robin is too.
Yes.
Well, Fred just aged himself out of.
Well, what do we
nice
do now?
gifts.
We got to buy gifts, right?
Not
what
me.
Do you buy?
Not me. I'm
what
not
do you
buying
buy?
it. I wasn't
know he
invited.
got married.
Yeah. I'm not. I didn't hear the answering machine message.
We have to
People I
observe
read
this
about
event.
in the paper, I don't buy gifts for.
If my machine had blown out, I wouldn't have known.
Jackie, did you give him a gift yet?
No, I
Did
just,
you have any
got
pl-
home.
I just was curious what everyone else was going to do.
And I don't want to videotape Jackie.
All right, Howard, I have to go.
Oh, come on, Judy. Do the rest of the show with us.
No, I can't. I have
Come on, Arnold Schwarzenegger's going to be calling in later.
I'm very excited. Howard, I've got to go.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Pardon me?
Thank you. Thank you for the
Bye.
call. Bye-bye. All right.
Well, congratulations, Fred.
again.
Yes, congratulations to you and your betrothed.
Thank you.
Hope you're very happy.
Who planned the wedding? Allison, your wife?
Pretty much. She was definitely in charge.
And did she want to invite some people, but you were, like, against it or something?
I really just wanted to keep it, like...
Just you and her.
The whole thing,
We
it started
would've
off
turned
being
it-
more of an elopement, and then she goes, I really want to invite my mom. And I go, okay, invite your mom. And then it just...
Yes, because she actually has feelings, Howard. Did you notice? She really cared and wanted to invite her mom.
Well, that's my point.
But if you're going to have an elopement, you go with an elopement.
First of all, how many friends does Fred really have? It wouldn't have been like a huge wedding. It's just me and you, really, are his friends. I don't even consider Jackie his friend.
But Jackie at least got a call.
Yeah, well, Jackie got a call because Jackie has a way of like, hey, man, nobody called me. Why do you think it was Jackie out of all the people in the world that got a call?
I don't know.
It's just because Jackie's a complainer and turns people against you if so
see.
it's like, hey, man, come on. It's not fair. Everybody else, it's not fair. He's one of those kind of guys, so that's how he gets calls.
Well, I guess I'll...
Is Jackie and you want to know something? If Jackie was in a writer on this show, because I've seen this in Fred. Al Rosenberg used to be the other writer on the show. Fred doesn't call Al Rosenberg ever, but Fred would. It's like
He
Jackie's
called him that particular day.
Right.
If Al was the writer.
Why Jackie out of everyone? I mean, me, I understand. Like, you just called me.
Well, Jackie called us when he got married.
But don't you think if Robin had gotten married, she would call you?
My wife
I don't
is
know. You
friends
have
with
to
his
ask her.
wife.
Probably not, actually. But
My wife
Probably
is
not.
friends
She's
with
too
his
busy.
wife, as well as Fred and I.
Yeah, but out of all the people to call, in other words,
Oh, I'm not a friend of Fred's.
But didn't Gary invite you to his wedding?
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed because I was Allison before Allison.
That's right. You were his girlfriend.
And I was Allison before you were Allison.
That's right. I could have been on that beach.
No, I'm saying, why would you call Jackie?
Well, because
out of everyone else, if you would, either you don't, you're not going to make calls. Why Jackie? I mean, Fred is not particularly close to Jackie.
They were at one time, and
but
and
so
their
were
wives
you.
are friends.
Yeah, but like my wife is as nice to his wife as Nancy is to his wife.
No, I think they hang out a little bit more than.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think
they
so.
both have those
Yeah,
acting
we went out
careers.
4 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's
When's
right.
the last time you went out with them?
I really don't know.
I think you're imagining things, Gary.
Fred and Allison used to
Well,
go
let's
over
ask
there.
Fred. Fred is here. Why shouldn't we ask him?
why are we having this conversation
All right, let's take a
without
vote.
him?
Who's brave enough to ask Fred?
I am.
All right, you ask him then. All right.
Fred, why did you call Jackie? Besides the fact that he called you at his wedding, was there any other reason, or was that pretty much?
Because Allison has more of a relationship with Nancy.
Oh, I don't think that's the reason. You gave him that answer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He does not. She does not have a relationship with Nancy.
But she does.
Where does she have a relationship?
They talk on the phone quite a bit.
Well, how often? Do you know about this, Jackie?
Maybe once every.
Of course I know about
that.
Oh, you do. They do. They really speak once a week?
Not once a week.
But that has nothing to do. Like, why did you call Jackie? Why didn't Allison call Nancy?
Right.
Basically, I just figured it was my job to do it, so I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't buy the explanation.
And you see me just every day.
Right.
That's all.
I wanted to be more of a surprise.
Do you remember the party that we had
Well, I
when
am
everybody
surprised.
came, Howard?
I am very
The party that
surprised.
we had when everybody came.
Your dinner party?
The dinner party. That actually started out as a dinner party, just the Norses and us.
Really? Well,
And then it expanded.
all I know is, certainly out of all the people Allison knows, Nancy is not her closest friend. And there is something operating here where Fred, out of all the people, I understand why he called.
Yeah, absolutely.
But out of all the other people in Fred's universe, the guys he plays music with all the time.
How many calls did he make? I want to know.
He only made 2, he's saying. He's saying he called
That's
me.
it.
And he
You
called...
call...
Just 2 people.
You know, Howard, just because
Wow.
you've convinced yourself that Fred and I don't like each other doesn't necessarily make
No, you see that, but that's Jackie's passive aggressive right there. Just because you've convinced yourself that Fred and I don't like each other, I'm not convinced that you and Fred don't like each other.
I called Grillo.
What? Did he call you? What?
The new Mrs. Norris is on the phone.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Furman Norris. Excuse me.
Furman Norris.
Is that right?
It's like Sirianni Martin.
Yeah, right. Is this Allison Furman Norris?
Yes, it is.
Well, congratulations. You finally got him to the altar.
I finally got him to the beach. That's right.
Well, you're very lucky. Any woman is... Robin is sitting over there reeling from the news.
I know. You know, I just want to say the reason why we called Jackie was because when Jackie and Nancy got married in Hawaii, one of the first phone calls they made was to us.
He called everyone.
He didn't call me.
No, he didn't call me, and I didn't care.
Did you call
He
me?
called us.
He called you because we played the...
Oh, that's right. He needed a day off. That's right.
That's right.
Right.
I don't know.
It was like, yeah, I got married, Howard, and I don't know if I'm going to have a job when I get back.
Oh, he took a whole week, remember?
Yeah, right,
and
yeah.
didn't tell anybody that he was going to do it.
I'm just going to do it. I don't know if I'll have a job when I get back. It's always a test of his job, you know.
Devil may care.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm getting married and I'm throwing away my career.
Yeah, and he would have loved to have gotten married and then, like, you know, taken an extra week off and then gotten fired because for the rest of life would have been like, those bastards fired me, man. I'm the first one to get married. Yeah. I'm the first one to get married.
You see, Howard doesn't want anybody to get married.
Yeah. If he got married, he'd take a week.
Oh, Fred, you never get married.
That's it, you. Yeah.
Get back to Norris.
Half Jew. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
Robin, I'm sorry, Robin.
Oh, don't apologize.
Oh, here she goes.
I do.
No apologies necessary.
Furman Norris.
Communication accepted.
So tell me why you would... Oh, I'm drooling. Tell me why Fred, out of all the people in your universe, and let's face it, Jackie and Nancy aren't the closest couple to... And to say that, well, they called us when they got married, that's ridiculous. I mean, Gary invited you to his wedding.
That's right. That means nothing.
It was just a joke. I mean, that was the thing. It was just like, hey, you know, remember your phone call from Hawaii? Well, this is our phone call from the beach. That's really what it was.
Oh, since you guys had basically done essentially the same exact thing he had just done.
Well, no, they did it in Hawaii and they eloped. We just decided, we originally were
you did it on Long Island and eloped.
Right.
On the beach.
On the beach. It was really...
3,000 miles.
And then you hyphenated your name like Jackie's wife.
No hyphen.
No hyphen.
No hyphen?
I don't know.
One word now. Furman Norris.
I think it's two separate words.
Actually, yes. And
it's like Lee Harvey Oswald.
You can't be Allison Norris. You have to be Allison Furman. You must have Furman in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Why don't you become Allison Forrest? Just put the F, and Fred will have to change his name as well. Why don't you hyphenate and become a new name?
Had Norman.
Yeah, Fred should have to change his name too.
I think so.
Fred Forrest. Thermos. That should be your last name, Thermos. Forrest.
Because we understand you about as much.
Forrest.
I do have one question to ask Allison. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary.
And was there ever in the, what is it, how long you guys been together, 8 or 9 years?
7 years.
Was there ever a doubt that you would get him to the altar?
No. I think that question should be addressed to Fred.
Well, yeah, Fred claims that she's the one who didn't want to get married.
She was the holdout.
I was the holdout.
I thought that was that way.
I don't blame you. Fred's weird.
I mean,
seriously, that's a
Judging by
burden.
this, he's very weird.
Fred is weird.
I'm weird too, so you know.
No, you're not.
See, Howard, I thought it was that way at the beginning, and as a relationship went on, it sort of flipped.
Yeah.
What? That I started getting weird?
No.
What?
No. You will, though.
I thought it was Fred who wanted to get married more at the beginning of the relationship, and then I thought it was Allison who wanted to get married more towards the end. Because I thought Fred wanted to get married pretty early on. Was the impression I got?
I don't get any impression.
Who talks to him? Who would know?
Who knows?
They've been toying with this idea for quite some time.
Yeah. Really? Who would know?
Well, we finally did it. We figured, you know, why not, right?
Well, it's a very joyous occasion.
I just can't figure out why Jackie got a call. I understand why I got a call.
Right, because we both felt that, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for you, I mean, the two of us wouldn't be together, Howard.
Exactly.
Right.
That I understand.
Right. And
Which is why I don't understand why I wasn't the best man.
Because we don't want to put you out on this. I mean, seriously.
Well, by the way, I appreciate that, but on some level
would you have come 3 hours on a Sunday
Yes.
at 80 degrees?
Yes.
You would have?
Yes, of course I would have.
Strictly for the material, he'd have been.
Yeah, I would have been there with belt on. just to go there. Of course I would have been there.
Well, we do have
if Fred invited, Fred, I know for 20 years, I've worked side by side for 20 years, you're going to say, would I be at his wedding? Of course I would be at his
Only
wedding.
because, we really just didn't want to put it... that's the honest truth, I swear to you. We just figured that everybody was on vacation and,
Silly. Vacation. You should have seen what I was doing. It was no vacation. I would have liked to trip out to the Long Island. Would you have paid my gas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, then I would have been
I would have flown you out there.
Well, listen. Of course I would have been there. That's absurd to ask me that question.
Only because, we just didn't want to put you out. That's really what it was.
Well, that's very considerate. Thank you.
Well,
anyway, congratulations to Fred Furman Norris and his wife, Allison Furman Norris.
Allison Fred Furman Norris.
Right. And there they are, the happy married couple, and I suppose children will be soon, if Fred is fertile, if Fred can mate with a human.
If he's compatible.
If Fred is compatible. Fred, are you happier now that you're married?
And not only that, girls are looking at me more now that I'm married.
Really?
It's amazing. You put that ring on, and it's unbelievable. It's like a magnet.
Well, who was looking? I know Robin's looking.
Yeah, we were in a store
She's shooting you daggers. Well, there she is. From Dial-A-Date to Mrs. Fred Norris.
There you go.
Hey, who says Dial-A-Date isn't successful?
I promise you, if there's a divorce, you're all invited.
Oh, there will be one if I get one. Let's remember that.
The most bizarre thing is in the entire history of Dial-A-Date, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the only wedding, or maybe the second wedding, right?
Oh, no. This is maybe the third or fourth.
Really?
Who knows? I think I keep track of statistics. That's your job. All right, we got to take a short break. Then I will take phone calls so that we can be welcomed back properly. Boy, it's hot in this studio.
That was the big news, huh?
Yeah, come on. That was big news. Come on, Fred getting married isn't big news.
Come on.
We got a bunch of faxes about Fred's marriage. I should. This one says that if my wife, he says, do not give up on that answering machine message. Call your wife and have her take the tape out now. Just because your dopey wife hit the delete button doesn't mean that the message is gone. Unless you got a phone call that actually overwrote the message, it is still on the tape. And Scott, if he is any type of an engineer at all, should be able to get it off.
Oh. You think that's possible?
I don't know. It's more like people calling my wife dopey.
No,
Someone's going to call.
Nice.
You know why I'm mad at Fred for getting married like this? He denied me the pleasure of a bachelor party. Bastard.
Yeah, you could have had a lot of fun even for the air, but Fred doesn't think about the show.
Forget the air. I'm talking about a real bachelor party.
But you always clue me in on what happened to those things afterwards, because they're always wild.
Well, I will be going to a strip club Friday night for Fred's bachelor party. Whether Fred is there or not is really irrelevant. I'll tell you that.
It's a bachelor party after the fact.
I'm going to a bachelor party. If anyone wants to join me, meaning Billy, Jackie, Fred, if anyone wants to join me, feel free.
You're going to celebrate regardless.
Yes.
Fred deserves a bachelor party, and you're going to throw him one. Being his best friend.
Yeah. My wife is having some friends in from out of town. She'll be more than happy if I'm out of the house.
Is that right?
That's right. I'm going to a strip club Friday night.
All right.
In Jersey.
Because they have the best?
No, because that's as far away from my house as I can possibly get.
And still make it back.
You guys want to be there?
Jersey's not the place. A lot of the counties in Jersey, they can't get naked, I don't think.
All right, well, I'll find a place. I'll throw the party. You in?
I'll follow everybody's lead.
Okay.
I'm in.
Sounds like it. You in?
Yeah.
All right. Something disturbing about seeing, now that Billy's sort of part of the show,
yeah.
Something very disturbing about seeing Billy sitting in a room with his shirt off, a little blubber hanging over. I don't know.
What a build.
What a build.
I'm working on it.
What a
Wait a
build.
minute, I heard that Billy was trying to get in shape. Aren't you working out now?
Yeah.
You could have fooled me.
Yeah, no, I'm working on it.
All right, let's see. Stand up. Oh, big difference.
It's better than it was.
No, yeah, you look good. You look good.
Who cut off your legs?
Yeah. Good luck. So I'm going to throw a bachelor party for some guys, whether Fred is there or not.
All right.
Screw him.
Well, yeah, you still like Fred. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Ask him.
Oh, I got the phone call.
Ask him.
What, if Fred wants to go to the bachelor party?
He ran away.
Well, he doesn't want to leave his lovely bride now.
Yeah, they have to be together.
He refuses to tell us where he's registered.
I know. It's on Mars. I can tell you that much. But I'm just wanting the secret thing.
Macy's, the Mars one.
Yeah,
All right.
you can't get there. It's basically what it is.
So it says, screw Fred, we want OJ. This one says, Dear Howard, I've been listening for many years, and I'm surprised at how you can be surprised at anything Fred does.
That's funny.
This certainly includes him giving you advance notice of his unholy union with his Allison. He's a creep for not inviting you and the people he's worked with for so many years. Sign me, I hate Fred.
I wrote that one.
I know. Howard, please don't be upset about Fred's getting married the way he did. The reason it was spur of the moment is because of all the hype this month about the 25th anniversary of the landing on the moon. And
you hit it.
And talk about space travel, Fred became nostalgic for home.
That's it.
See? All right. Well, maybe it's
They make good sense.
Mm.